Hey there, kids. It's me, Oni the Unicorn. And I'm here to tell you that f***ing your dreams ain't cheap. In fact, it costs a ton of cash to do. So that's why me and the Oh No Radio Show need your help. Just go to the website displayed below and hit us up with some cash, yo. $1, $5, $1 million if you have it to spare. Any amount is appreciated. Well, I gotta go because these dreams ain't gonna fuck themselves. See ya!
No, 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 no.
No! God, please, no!
Oh, no.
You are listening to the Oh No Radio Show. Eat a bag of dicks.
I'm adding a new one to the list, guys. I am now officially a woodsman. Carpenterman.
Oh no, baby! Oh no! Oh no! I don't want you anymore. Yes, baby, I told you before. You went away and you said you left me, and now you live in misery. Although you want me to take you back, you said you're sad about this and that.
Oh no, baby! Welcome back to yet another edition of the Oh No Radio Show. Thank you all for joining us. If this is your first time listening, watching on Twitch, or just being a part of the Oh No universe, I am your captain. My name is Owen. I captain this ship week after week, and I've been doing so for over a decade. It's like 11, 12 years or something I've been doing this show. Way too goddamn long. Way too goddamn long to not be famous yet. But
You're kind of famous.
joining us late, I say
He's
right
here.
on time.
Look, we're started. Nobody knew.
Right on time, Mikey B in the flesh. How you doing, my friend?
Doing well. It was a little hectic trying to get out of work.
Yeah?
But, I finally made it out.
You're a little quiet there. Oh, sorry. Just turn that up a little scotch.
Oh, okay. Better. No,
Much better. Thank you. And then
Okay.
your head, you just look like you tilt your camera down a little bit. You know, like let's get things right. Let's get things
I
right.
don't know
This
why.
is what
I don't
happens.
know why it adjusted.
This is what happens when you don't show up on time for the pre-test call that we do every week for the show. But
I do apologize.
Yeah.
But quickly, if I could take 1 second,
sure.
and I'd like to wish my stepdad Tim a happy birthday. He's no longer with us, but this would have been his first birthday gone. So happy birthday to my dad.
Happy birthday to Dad.
Cheers to Tim.
It's not your real dad though, so it doesn't count. Doesn't
Whoa.
count. It's not your real dad.
Whoa. Better than my real
Better
dad.
than your real dad, exactly. Also with us, of course, is our good friend from the Great White North, the tall lizard wizard himself. Ty, how are
Yes.
you doing, my friend?
Fairly good.
Yeah.
Life is weird as always, but I can't complain about too much.
Derek is asking in the chat room where are all the fun filters and backgrounds. I have banned Ty from using these fun filters and backgrounds. Second segment, I'm gonna allow it in the second segment. That's your new thing, is that you're gonna be allowed to use fun filters and backgrounds in the second segment, and second segment alone keeps people watching, keeps the entertainment going. And no, stop it! It's not the second segment yet, Ty. You can't have Sean Bain looking at us all evil and stuff. And now
If you have any images you'd like to send in for backgrounds on second segment backgrounds, send them to mikeburlerow@gmail.com.
You know, that's not a terrible advertising idea. We could put your logos up there behind us for second
Get that custom
segment.
background on.
Yeah. I like this.
$1.
Yeah.
your background.
No, not
whatever you
$1.
want.
Don't you start. Do you run
Yeah.
this company?
Yeah.
I'm the president CEO. I got the
I'm getting it
paperwork.
started for you, Owen.
I got $1 is not enough. You are shit at business. You sir do not.
Well,
need to
that's
be-
just for regular logos. If you want company logos or like personalized things, then the prices start to go up. It's
Well,
all
what do you
negotiation.
mean a regular logo? Just a like, hey, like, hi, I'm Derek the Hero, and I got like,
Yeah,
like
if
just
Derek
like
had his
thumbs
own
up
logo,
picture. and, like-
Then yeah, that would cost more than if he just wanted me to put Derek Journey in the back.
yeah, see, I'm nah. He's a granddad. He doesn't know how to do. He doesn't know how to do that type of thing. He doesn't know how that
Why
works.
is it mirrored? Oh,
Stop
that's
it!
why.
You are ruining the
Look,
whole.
Look,
bit.
You're
I
gonna
got
get
my
it-
own. I got my own logo, bitch.
Now people are gonna think
Ty,
it's.
you're gonna make it so we can't even use fun backgrounds in second segment.
Yes.
Fuck, I'm
Yeah.
sorry,
You
it's just
abuse
so
your
fun.
privilege and it gets taken away. You jerk offs. So I did want to talk a little bit about how now I'm a craftsman, a
You said a
woodwork,
carpenterman. now?
carpenterman, woodworking man. So I'll tell you what I built. I
That doesn't
built.
sound weird when
I
you
don't-
say a woodworking man.
I'm a woodworking man because I think
I'm a woodworking man.
woodworking man does sound a little gay. You know, doing
You
the
do be
woodworking,
working that wood.
working that wood. Yeah, it's not what I was doing. No, I had to build a I call it sort of a table. It's kind of a table that I made, and it's a.
You mean that time you put that 2x4 on top of those two computer towers?
Well, this is actually a little bit more advanced than that. It's
Two 2x4s?
Well, I'll explain. You see, my cat was getting all up. I've got my records in a corner of my living room, right? And my cat was hopping up on top of my records, which is unacceptable, causing possible irreparable damage to these records. I could not have that. And Theresa pointed out that my cat Ginger was doing this. I said, bad Ginger, but she still kept doing it. And
You scolded Ginger?
well, I don't want her throwing up all over my records as well. So like that would be, that would be bad things. So I've got my records and they're next to my subwoofer. And the subwoofer is a little bit higher than the records themselves. So I used a piece of wood and I basically built a two-legged table that can now slide over the records when they're not in use, but balance on the end of my subwoofer, and then slide it over the subwoofer when I want to access the records. I feel like it's a genius solution.
Yeah, everybody who half-ass builds something thinks that's a genius invention.
Once you see it, I'll take a picture, and you'll be like, you know what? That's some fine craftsmanship. I went and I acquired a piece of wood from my neighbor. And it was left out back. Oh shit! Did I lose these guys? Oh no! I thought you guys looked like you guys froze for a second.
What? Oh,
Yeah. You were just such in awe of my story that you guys were just so dead still. But no, I acquired a piece of wood. I used a jigsaw to make two precise cuts of, I believe it was 19 1/4 inches. And I made two precise cuts. I used a pencil and drew a line, and then I used the jigsaw, and I did that. Then I had another piece of wood. Those were my legs, right? Then I had another piece of wood that I had. This was a part. It was like a part of an old piece of furniture that I had. And it was like a shelf, but it was one of those shelves. It's like, oh, I don't really need that shelf. I've taken that shelf out. So what I then did is I drilled 2 holes, full of 4 holes, and I did pilot holes so that the screws would not split the board. And I put the screws into the board, 4 screws. Used a drill, and I was able to then, I mean, it's a little uneven, but you can put a drink on it and it won't slide off. Like, so I feel like I've got a new career.
Well, yeah. Then Owen, like, when can we start putting commissions in?
Well, I was gonna
for,
talk
like,
about
some
that.
woodworking project.
Yeah, you let me know what you need, but you got to get me the wood. Wood is apparently very expensive right now because of
Yeah.
reasons.
Somehow COVID has affected wood prices.
Yeah. Does anybody understand that? I don't really understand it.
Probably a lot of the logging operations were shut down for a.
Those logging
period of
operations, they
time.
don't care about COVID. There's no COVID in the woods.
I don't know. You probably hear all those lumberjacks like, I think I gotta go home.
They're real men, though.
Yeah, I gotta go.
They'll cut
They
a
might be
finger
real
off.
men, but they're also they also could be real fucking lazy.
That's true. That's true. I don't know, though. I mean, I feel like they could cut a finger off, and a lot of those guys keep, sawing the wood, chopping down the trees.
That's why you gotta have that little heat thing. So you just like the moment you chop it off, you're like, oh damn it.
Oh, you cauterize it? Yeah.
And then you just live.
Is there an actual device for that?
I mean, any sort of flat metal surface that you could heat.
Yeah. Yeah. They used to, in the olden days, they used to take a sword or something, right? And then
Put it in the fire.
Put it in the fire and then go.
And then
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to be real badass to do that one.
Uh-huh. Well, they'd give you some whiskey beforehand. And then they.
I think you know what? It makes me feel like maybe I was, some sort of Confederate or
Soldier.
Civil War doctor.
Yeah, you are.
Because I was like, all right, guys, better start getting ready for surgery. You have a little bit.
Yeah.
Guy watching has a little bit. Here, one. I'll have a little bit.
In another life, you were a Confederate war doctor.
Well, let's say Civil War, because I don't know if I want to be Confederate.
You were
I'm
a
Union.
No, you said it. You were a Confederate war doctor.
I'm from Florida now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was like a really Confederate doctor.
Yeah.
But I was like also a drunk. So I was like, here, let's all have a little bit of whiskey before I start chopping arms off.
I feel like I might have actually been a lumberjack in another life.
Yeah.
Like I could
Some
see
sort of outdoorsy man.
Yeah, I definitely chopped down trees. I was Paul Bunyaning around. Like
what if you were a pioneer settler?
I feel like I shot some rabbits and wore a hat, like a raccoon hat.
I feel like if I did live back in those days and I had to pick a cowboy hat, I would pick the cowboy hat that's like still pretty flat and also flat on the top of the little headpiece too.
Okay, is that like the Undertaker's hat?
Almost, yeah.
Yeah, like an
that.
Undertaker's hat. Yeah. No, I would be fooled. I would actually no. Those hats are stupid. The Davy Crockett hat, the raccoon hat,
the coonskin cap.
I don't.
Yeah,
Is that what it's?
Kind of great.
Nah,
they're okay.
Nah. Did you
They're
ever
probably
have?
hot as fuck?
Yeah.
Why? What is the actual purpose of that cap? Keep your
Dude,
head
back
warm in the
day-
winter, maybe.
Okay, well, back in the day, they didn't have like baseball caps because baseball didn't exist.
Yeah, but why would they leave? Why did they have to leave the tail on it? Why wouldn't they just
why
wear?
not?
Because it was fun.
Why not have a?
They
cool
didn't
little
have.
tail?
They
And
didn't know what
probably-
fun was back then. They didn't know it.
Think about it, Owen. The raccoon tail probably was bushy enough
Yeah.
and long enough that if you wore it straight down your neck,
Yeah.
it probably did block a little bit of sun
Yeah.
from getting on your neck.
That's fair. Maybe like as it sways back and forth, it knocks off the mosquitoes.
Yeah,
You know.
probably like a little just a little fun brush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who would
I mean-
who would you be, Ty? If you were like from the past? What's your previous life? What did
He's
you
a
do?
wizard, Owen. He's existed for eons.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
And he's a lizard wizard, so he was here way before all the rest of us.
I mean, I was kind of petrified for a little while. So there's a good period of time where I was really just hanging out, doing nothing, petrified.
It's a fun word,
Wait.
petrified.
When you're petrified
Yeah.
as a wizard, can you still astrally project?
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
that kind of keeps, that's the only place you have any freedom to really move around.
Are you kind of like Han Solo? Is that like in the
Yeah, but
in the
Han didn't
thing?
really get to think. He was just.
Was he out of it during that time?
Yeah, pretty out.
No,
of it.
he was awake.
He was awake
They
during
do
that
the- they
whole
just-
time.
Oh, he's awake when they put him in, but after
But when
you're
he's in
the
there,
carbonite, I
Yeah,
don't
is he
think
conscious
you're-
while he's in there?
I don't think you're conscious.
I don't think so.
Fuck that. Star Wars. I'm over it. I think Star Wars sucks. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I'm out.
Boy,
Yeah.
I cannot follow you down
No,
that path.
I'm not. I'm over it. I think it's for stupid little kids. And the last cool thing about Star Wars was the dude with the red paint, The Maul, Darth Maul.
Darth Maul.
Yeah, I like
Also
him.
the worst of all the movies, but he was a good character.
He was the best
and,
thing.
And
about
well,
the
and
worst
that's
movie.
why I say that they ruined it because they killed him off too soon. And
In all
Actually-
honesty, he didn't die there.
Yeah, if you follow the canon from the rest of the universe,
Yeah.
he doesn't die. They give him robotic legs. His brother comes and finds him.
Oh,
and
yeah?
then they go around rampaging. It's
I
in the
think he
Clone Wars cartoon.
okay,
Does he die later? I think. He
Yeah, they kill
does.
him later on,
Yeah,
but he doesn't die when he gets chopped in half. No.
interesting. I didn't know that. I did hear a fun fact. Now maybe you're big into the Star Wars universe and lore, and I read this on the old Reddits the other day that it was one of those. Today I learned that before he was Darth Maul, before he was like Sith and evil, his name was John. John Maul. Yeah.
I think it would probably just be, John or something.
Look it up. Look
He
it
was-
up. See
Why
if
would his
there-
name be John? He's not even.
I think he was John Maul.
We're gonna get to
Fucking
we're gonna get to
John
the bottom of this.
John Maul, like, yeah. John Maul sounds like a dude that works at, like, State Farm Insurance. Like, Huh, hi. What can I do for your claim today? This just to let you know, we're recording your call. This is my name is John Maul. I'll be taking care of you this evening. John Maul.
His name was just.
No,
They don't get.
I
they don't
read it
give
on the internet. So it's
Well,
true.
great. Believe everything that comes from the internet.
Yeah.
Owen.
Well, we're on the internet, and I believe us. We're 100%
Apparently, before
factual.
he was Darth Maul, he just Maul.
Nope, you're not looking at the right website.
I'm looking at Wikipedia.
PolitiFact that, all right?
Get Snopes on it.
Snopes on it. No, it was John Maul. And, Gerald Binks. Yeah. Or is it Gerard? Gerald. Gerald Binks for Jar Jar. Yeah, Gerald.
Oh, Gerald Binks.
Yeah, before
Great.
he was
I'm glad
Gerald.
we have both of them here.
Yeah. So, what else? What have you guys been up to this week? What's the latest? What's the haps, as the kids say? Do the kids say that?
I am working on getting an appointment so I can get the breathalyzer put in my car so I can drive again.
How much is that gonna cost you?
Like $200.
Really?
Just for the thing.
Okay, but then don't you have to pay more for the installation and shit?
No, that's the installation fee, and then it's like $80 a month.
Oh, so like you rent it,
Just because they have to like
calibrate it
calibrate it.
every month.
Man, motherfucker,
Yeah.
you can.
Do you have to
can
take
make
it
a
in?
fucking device that has to be recalibrated every month, or you guys just all fucking
You
piece of
suck at
shit.
making devices then. Like, you should get somebody else. Like, my iPhone doesn't need to be recalibrated every fucking week. Like,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
get it together. Like, what is there anything? Is there literally any other device out there that would need to be
Speed
calibrated
guns.
once a month?
Speed guns,
Yeah.
like police radar guns, apparently have to be calibrated like all the fucking time.
That's just to, protect their ass, I guess.
Well, yeah, I'm sure they don't like if you had your own personal
Yeah.
speedometer laser reader. You're like, it's on my car all the time. It's reading it. It's
I guess if like guns and stuff, right? Like I guess you gotta calibrate those, but that's
you gotta clean those. You don't have to
Yeah.
recalibrate.
well, if you got a
them, just have
scope, you gotta
clean them.
calibrate your scope, right? Like that would be a thing. But there's not many.
I think you only have to calibrate it. Well, yeah, probably because the force of shooting the gun
Yeah,
probably
like
wonks it up
wonks
after
it
a
up.
couple
a little.
shots.
Right. But in general, in 2021, not many things need to be recalibrated, like on a monthly basis. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
I think
a
it's a
lot of
scam too.
things-
I'm on your side. I think they're butt fucking you, and I think it's just another way that they can get money out of you.
Well, I think it's because they know what they want to charge to have this thing out of their hands for a year,
Yeah.
and that's probably like $1,200 or $1,300. But if they told you, hey, to get your license back, you have to give us $1,200,
Right.
everyone would say, fuck off. I guess I'll just never drive again,
Mhm.
or I'll drive illegally, which what they were doing probably anyways.
Well, yeah, a lot of them. Yeah.
But
you have to take it in
since they know
physically.
they can't do that. They have to go, okay, well, we'll break it up over however long and just charge you whatever money.
Right. But you have to take it in like to a place once a month.
Yeah, I have to take it back to the people that issue it to me
Oh
to
my
have them
gosh.
recalibrate it and check it.
That is
And
fucking
Derek the
amazing.
Hero says, I have tools at work that require monthly and quarterly calibrations.
Oh wow, okay.
Well, you're a doctor,
You're
man.
a doctor. You're that.
Wait, what kind of doctor and tools got to get recalibrated?
Yeah, maybe like the.
Are they like the machinery, like
Yeah, it's
the
probably
MRI
what it is.
machine?
That's something like that, right? It's or like the.
Derek, you cutting people open?
He ain't cutting nobody open. He's too
He's
old.
not a surgeon,
He's
is he?
too old for that. He's not.
Dude, I've seen there's constantly old surgeons.
No,
who are
but
like,
he's
I'm
too-
old and I have the steady.
But Derek's a grandfather, and he's got shaky hands, and
He's already a granddad.
yeah, he's a granddad, man.
His
Like-
son had a
Yeah,
child?
yeah. He told me the other day. He's a granddad now.
He's an old man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Granddad.
Sorry,
I'm just
sorry, old man
I'm
Derek. I
fucking
didn't
with
know.
him. I don't, he's
No
not.
disrespect. Yeah.
Didn't know about your grandbaby.
But speaking of like blood alcohol like levels and stuff, the did you hear like the new Apple Watch apparently is gonna have a thing in it that will detect your blood alcohol level? Apparently,
How does that happen?
that's what I
that
said.
can
like
only
how-
be used to fuck you.
I know. I'm like, I don't want that. Tell me if I'm gonna die with my heart rate monitor, all that shit. Like, oh,
Yeah.
you're having a stroke. I'm gonna let you know. But like that's cool. But don't fucking no. You don't need to know. I'm not taking that. Just start taking your watches off, folks, when you start drinking.
You know what sucks? The fact that the thing could be like, hey, you're gonna have a stroke, about to have a stroke, and then it goes, better find some help, because you're just like, well, yeah, I'm having a stroke now. Can't
Yeah.
you just call somebody
Yeah, you
for me?
do it for-
Wristwatch?
Yeah, come
You're
on.
connected to the phone.
Exactly. and okay, so what happens? Like you're at a bar, like maybe you have 2-3 drinks, maybe you're like just that little bit technically over the limit, right? But you're probably fine to drive. We've all been there. We've all done it.
Sure.
I don't encourage drunk driving. That costs you a lot of money and kills people. But if you're at a bar, you have that one, maybe that extra drink, and now your watch is like, oh yeah, I see you're trying to go home, and it starts like nagging at you. Want me to call you an Uber? Like, and like you fucking like, you know that's gonna happen, right? And now-
Still, how does this happen? You have to explain technology to me in this regard. Like, how
I don't
does
understand
this watch
either.
know my blood fucking alcohol
Yeah.
level?
yeah,
Oh, it knows.
this
Apple.
Derek knows.
know-
Derek knows about things that are, science and medical. Like, how would an Apple Watch?
Science?
How would an Apple Watch be able to gather that information?
Bro, I'm.
Does
I
it
mean-
like prick your arm every now and then? Just like take a little blood
What
drop?
if it like reads your sweat?
I mean, can you get a blood alcohol level through sweat?
I don't know.
I
I'm
feel
not a scientist.
I'm
or
not
I'm
either.
A cook.
yeah. Derek, tell me all the information I need to know, please.
Yeah, tell me
And,
about
yeah.
is there alcohol in my sweat?
I mean, I've smelled myself after a heavy night of drinking and worked the
You
next day
smell
before, and
like a brewer.
I smell like a brewery. I also
We
know.
used to,
Go ahead, sir.
I would say we used to have this guy when I worked for Cracker Barrel who just drank. He must have just drank from the moment he left to the moment he came back because
Yeah.
all the time, at the moment he would start like getting going and working, dude, it just smelled like fucking liquor.
Oh yeah. Wow, that's an interesting BDM alley. So weird, right? The ankle bracelets now can detect alcohol. So if
Yeah,
you've got like an
that's-
ankle bracelet, like for like what is it? What do they call that?
It's for, like, house arrest and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
like that.
yeah. If you got one of those, I didn't know that they can apparently detect alcohol. How
Well,
they
there's
must?
some monitors where it's like you're not under house arrest, you're just not allowed to drink.
Yeah. Well, then what
And
is
so they
that
put
then?
one
So
of
it's
these
the
on.
same technology, I would assume, as whatever that is.
W-
So
yeah,
it must
just
be.
on
It must
my-
be through the sweat. It must be through the skin or something.
Yeah.
Unless they're
That's
they're not
still
pricking
crazy.
you, right? They're not like
No.
directly into your bloodstream, like so. And you're not.
I don't get it, man. I don't
Yeah.
think this is possible.
Well, apparently it is. I don't know. I know how to fake your driver's thing though too. If you need it, Mikey, I got a hack for you on that one. Do you know how this works? Have you heard of the?
No, please don't tell me. I don't want to know about it.
So all you need is a bag of party balloons and a bicycle pump.
Yeah, I've
and
seen
you
it on
pump
the
up
TikTok.
the balloon with the bicycle pump, and then you put it over the thing where you're supposed to blow, and you just go, and then you're good to go.
Yeah, but there's also certain things where it's like you have to hum, certain monitors you have to hum into as well.
What?
Like there's a lot of different stuff about them that like just
You
because
have to
Owen,
hum into them.
yeah, like you have to while you're exhaling, you have to you have
Really?
to make yeah.
So you
so
just
the
get a
device that
vibrator and put it on the balloon, and then it does the same thing.
Right.
Oh,
right.
maybe. I guess I'll start playing with it, and I get literally one shot before they fuck me and tell me they're gonna take it away. So there we go. Okay, so the device that tests alcohol consumption through the skin, transdermal testing, is
Ah.
called ScramCam,
Oh,
continuous alcohol monitoring.
look at that.
The device is strapped to the event of yeah, it just tests it through the skin. It's transdermal.
There you
I
go,
don't know
Ty.
how that works, but
That is technology. It sounds like magic to me. But I guess that's a thing they can do. It's probably not as accurate, right, though, as like a breath test.
So it says the Scram thing is usually used to monitor DUI offenders long term and is most often used to monitor repeat DUI offenders such as second time and third time.
Yeah.
Bro, they didn't hit me with a monitor.
Maybe that's just
They literally okay. So the first DUI they were like, yeah, man, don't drink for 1 year.
Yep.
There we
Okay.
go. And I'm like, okay, cool.
I got mine. They
This-
did the same thing. I drank every day.
Every day except for the days I
except for
had to
the day
call in for
before I
probation.
had to go to the thingy where they might piss test me, and then
Yeah.
and then I would get freaked out, and then I would drink like a gallon of water and piss just like complete water because I was
Yeah.
drinking so
and then
much
they'd
water.
be like, that's water. bro.
Inconclusive
That's
test.
not a good
Yeah,
test.
yeah, they did it all the time. Inconclusive test.
Inconclusive.
It was like, well, I,
Dude,
I,
and
was
the
like, I
second
work
time-
outside. I drink a lot of water. What do you want me to do?
The second time, they didn't say jack shit.
Mm.
Like, no one ever tested me for alcohol. No one ever tested me for drugs.
Oh, because
I
they know
literally
at
could've
that
been
point.
Smoking and
They know at that point. He's like, well, he clearly
it.
isn't going to stop drinking alcohol. Like we can't
yeah, so
we can't
fuck
fix
it.
that problem. But yeah.
Well, whatever. Well, I think also it was weird. Like, the first one was in Brevard. The second one was in Orange County.
Mm.
So maybe Orange County was just like, bro, we don't have the time or
See,
the money.
I got
or the
the
resources.
So okay, if we're yelping the DUI, get one in Orange rather than
Oh,
Seminole.
way harder
And-
over Brevard.
And I'll tell you what, I'll throw my hat into this ring because I've been down that road myself. Don't get one in Osceola. Like that was my mistake. Is I think
Any places we should avoid getting DUIs in?
probably Polk as well.
You don't have one, do you?
No, he's
Nope.
not. He's
I do not.
Oh.
Surprisingly enough.
no.
For some reason, I thought you did too. I thought we were just a
No,
whole gang.
we're
of
not all brothers
drunk
in that.
drivers.
No, we're not all. God, we oh, I have to joke about it because honestly, it makes me so depressed. Even still to this day, to talk about it, it sucks. It's like that blemish. Like I had to go visit, or not had to. We went to go visit Theresa's dad, who lives down that way, very near where I got my Dewey. And we had to. He just had hip surgery, so we were helping him out. Like with
Yeah.
basic stuff that dude can barely walk. So helping him out. Went and got him one of those like grabber thingies. That's beside the point. Anyway, I had to drive by the jail that I was in off of Simpson Road, and it's like he lives like like a mile from the goddamn jail. It's like, god damn it! Now I never want to come here. Like, yeah, it just brings back bad memories. That's all.
Dude, I had to drive by fucking what was it? I had to drive by the jail when I went to jail for like the day and a half I went to jail for
Yeah.
the drug arrest that I had. I had to drive by that thing for like 2 months going home from Sanford. And I would be like, "Oh, hey, what's up, jail?"
It sucks.
Ooh.
It doesn't. It never makes you feel good. You've been in a Publix lately?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank
No,
well, of course you haven't, Ty, but
but I miss it.
yeah. So we've been doing a lot of because I'm a smoothie man now. I do a lot of my smoothies, so I gotta get my fruits and
All the time, yeah.
all the time, like at least twice a week. So I've been, I've been shopping a lot more at the old Publix. I've been doing more trips to the store because I want some fresh produce and whatnot. And I have a couple of things from my last public experience. I find it very unsettling seeing people in those shitty chairs right next to the customer service desk getting their vaccination shots. Like they've got a little table and then they've got two chairs, and like I saw like a grown ass old Hispanic man just like crying as he's getting jabbed with a needle, and I'm like, can we not get a room or like a little put up a pipe and drape, put up a little thing so that I don't got to see it. I'm here just doing my shopping, and I don't need to see you spiking the dude, as I'm walking out to the car.
Owen, I gotta say, this might be one situation where Walmart little bit better than the Publix.
Yeah?
Because at the Walmart that I went to get my shot,
Which, of course, Mikey got his shot at Walmart. Like, that
of
is,
course.
Makes sense.
hmm and no, they took you into like a little room, did the shot, and then they're like, okay, now go sit in a chair that's in the middle of the aisle so that people can walk by you.
Are you kidding me?
0 feet.
Oh, my God. That sounds horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They had you sit up. They're like, all right, while you wait, go sit in the aisle chair, and that'll just be where you wait. And then when you sit for the little monitoring section, you'll sit. Basically, they took out the line to the pharmacy and just made a box and said, this is where you'll sit.
I don't know. I just find it off-putting. Like, do it. Go put them in the freezer or something. Put them in the back where, like, behind, like, where they got the rubber curtain things. Put them back there in the meat locker while you give them the shot. That'd make me feel a lot better than just seeing them right out there in the open. Like, I don't know. I don't like it. It's a personal thing. I also had another experience at the Publix.
Where did they touch you?
Well, Theresa is kind of convinced that my beard is just bringing in the ladies. And she's pretty convinced that, oh my God, like they're after him because he's so devilishly handsome with this beard. And yes. I was wearing, a wrestling T-shirt. It was a Young Bucks T-shirt, and an AEW Young Bucks T-shirt. And this chick was just like gushing over me. Oh, I love that shirt. I'd never see anybody in an AEW shirt. And pretty sure my wife thought she wanted to get down. And I mean, I could see why. I can see why she would think that, but these are the problems. These are the problems. These are the problems that you have when you live, the beard life.
Really, really, really ridiculously good.
Yeah, when you live the beard life, you Derek knows when you live the beard life like us, the ladies they want the thing, they want to rub that beard. They want to be all up in there. Like they want to feel it. They want to touch it. Oh yeah. Derek knows. Oh yeah. Derek, what did this woman look like? I'd rather not comment on that, just in case she is.
Oh, the first time Owen doesn't want to actively describe a woman.
Yeah.
That's weird.
That is weird, right?
Weird. I mean,
A little weird.
I mean, she was a little large.
I don't.
little
Derek
larger,
the hero,
little-
and I quote: "I don't think an attractive woman was hitting on Owen."
She had a cute face.
Was she?
She had a cute face.
Jolly.
Yeah. Little jolly. Yeah.
She had a really. Do you think she had a really good personality?
Yeah, she probably did.
Yep, that's what I thought.
That being said,
Owen's getting hit on by uggos.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry to say that. That does not mean anything. But the way he's acting, you can tell He was getting hit on by some meemaw, some wrestling loving meemaw.
She was in her early 20s. She was definitely younger than me, but she, yeah, not my type. That's all I'm gonna say. Not my type. Yeah, you know what I think it's time for?
Is it
I
time
think
to
it's
bring forth
the clips.
Clips. Clips. You know you want 'em, baby. You know we got 'em, baby. You know you want 'em, baby. You know we got 'em, baby. Clips. You know we got 'em, baby. Clips.
Yeah, clips is the time of the show where we take a look at all the random stuff that our good buddy Tom finds for us on the internet. If you just give me 2 seconds, I'll be pulling up the first clip here for you. Nice of you to mute your mic
Don't
while
die.
you're
Don't die.
doing a dab and coughing. But yeah, we will go to some clips now. And here we go here. This one, what is this one? Hang on. The thingy. This is B Shock with his official music video for Jesus Lean. Let's check out Jesus Lean.
Jesus
I'm
Lean?
sure it's gonna be fantastic.
Oh, that B-Shock. Oh, he's so white.
Oh, why is it not doing the audios?
Okay, so it's not doing it for anybody.
No,
Truth.
there are no audios coming through right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
but look how cool B-Shock looks.
I mean,
B-Shock does look pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Let me see if I can fix this audio issue. I see what the issue is.
Yeah.
We have figured it out. Let's start this clip over. My apologies, folks. Unprofessional.
Oh,
Okay.
he's laughing at the beginning of his track. That's good.
So we about to do the Jesus lean like this.
Oh, yeah. This is a good dance.
Damn.
Bounce for the king, yo.
Bounce for the king.
Bounce
dog.
for the king. Yes.
Now do the Jesus lean. Do the
Jesus Lane.
Do the
Okay. All right.
So this is a youth pastor that has decided that he wants to be cool youth pastor.
Yep. He wants to be
That-
cool.
That's every youth pastor though.
He's
right?
like, oh, the Cupid Shuffle is huge. Let's do a dance. I want to just take a second and screenshot all the little douchey kids that are in there.
Yeah,
And,
seriously.
Okay, I'm gonna use my mouse so you guys can see. This kid right here is my favorite because he is a larger black kid, and he is very unimpressed with this whole scenario. This kid doesn't know why he's here. He is a poor kid, and he is mad that his mom made him tuck in the front of his shirt into his belt. This little shit right here doesn't even do it right. He goes the wrong way. When everybody's doing it like one way, they're doing it the other way.
Just like Jesus, he marches to the beat of his own drum.
Yeah, maybe. These two were potential future Karens. This kid,
Probably.
that's probably what was me when I was that age. So yeah.
Okay, so the kid directly to
The
the
far
left
left.
of B-Shock.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm talking about right now. The kid,
this one.
up one, white shirt.
Right here. That's
Yeah,
yeah.
that
That's
kid.
you.
You can see by his swoop-de-doo that he is like, I am way too cool to be here.
He is. He's
trying to
stoner
hide
Christian.
behind B-Shock.
Yeah, he's stoner Christian.
Yeah.
He
That'd be
skateboards.
me. If I was Christian, I'd be stoner Christian.
He skateboards for the Lord. Look at the little shit though in the front right here, and right at the front on the right, next to B Shop. He does it all wrong.
lean. Do the Jesus lean.
I missed it. I went too far.
Oh,
I didn't
please
go-
don't have,
I
please
didn't
don't
go
have the meme on doing this.
Now do the Jesus
Look,
lean.
he's got it all
Do the
fucked up.
Jesus
Look, you
lean.
stupid
Do
idiot.
the Jesus lean. Do the Jesus
Oh yeah, I
lean.
got Meemaw doing it in her car.
Do the Jesus lean snap. Do the Jesus lean
God
snap.
damn it.
Then stop. We did the crazy bout God with everybody clapping. Time to do the Jesus lean. Everybody snapping. Everybody moving like everybody packing. Be shot back again. What's up? What's happening? CHRIST. 24/7.
All
he spelled Christ. Oh, that's so gangster.
365, I'ma move my feet. I'ma dance for the Lord like D-A-V-I-D. Time to break it down, this ain't no time for relaxing. You get the right to lift and then you get the front to back. Gotta stick to the beat like a wet stamp backing. Got to keep it fresh like spearmint smacking.
I mean, he's got that flow. He's got that flow.
His rhyme scheme is on point. If it was better material, if it was just better content.
I also like the Affliction shirt. That's a nice touch.
The bell show shoulders right to the left.
I didn't know they made Christian Affliction apparel.
Oh, dude, every bit of
course they
Affliction
do.
apparel is
Yeah.
mildly Christian.
Yeah.
You know how many giant
Yeah.
sparkle crosses are on those T-shirts?
That's a good point. I never thought about it.
Affliction is an entirely Christian
East
brand.
to the west. Can't slow down, you better catch your breath.
Jesus does not like this song. Jesus does
Oh
not.
no, they got the Daddy-O in
yeah,
there. in
yeah,
the
they got
back.
some dads in there now. Oh, this is terrible. The fat guy in the back, the fat kid in the back on the left. Oh, he doesn't
Oh,
need to be there.
he looks like he actually might have a sprinkling.
Yeah, he does. Oh, I got a cop in there now.
Now do the Jesus lean, do the Jesus lean, do the Jesus lean, do the Jesus lean. Now do the Jesus lean snap, do the Jesus lean snap, do the Jesus lean snap. Then
What?
stop. Now lean to the left, to the right. You can.
All right, the chick's kind of hot though, right here.
Oh, she's
Is
kinda
that
cute.
is that
mean,
is that
she's-
B Shock's lady? You think B Shock's hitting that?
B-Shock wants us to think that. I know that much.
Yeah.
B-Shock might have felt her up over the clothes once
Mm-hmm.
at a lock-in. And he tells everybody about it.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
All right, to the left, to the right.
I don't know why there's a
You got the
lawnmower.
All right.
Okay, hang on. Those guys too.
What are
This-
those, like, the
it's-
hardest guys
Let's
at
see, yeah,
church?
the hardest guys at church right here. Like these dudes. Yeah. We're gonna beat the fuck out of. We're gonna beat the devil out of you. We're gonna
For
beat
the Lord.
the fuck of Jesus India with our dicks.
To the back, you can like that. To the front, to the back, you can
Okay, that's a basketball man.
like that. Lean back like
Ah, there's a kid in a wheelchair. Now I'm sad.
lean back, then snap, kick the devil in the tooth. Lean back like that. Tell me what you gonna do. Lean back, then snap.
I often think about that in the world, like how they like people with disabilities, like they should keep them out of our view, so like I don't get sad so much.
This one again?
Yeah,
You've
yeah,
mentioned this before.
Yeah,
how you feel
well-
like they should kind of cloister up
yeah.
the-
Well,
the lame.
it's still the truth. It just like do what? I don't need it. Like, fuck 'em.
Where's the scale? Where's the sliding scale, man? Like, how cripply do you gotta be? Do you get put in the out of your gaze?
If okay, I don't mind wheelchair if you can move wheelchair with your own arms. If you've got I draw the line at motorized wheelchairs. Like,
What about like a rascal?
that? It depends how fat. I like a skinny guy on a rascal. I actually got, you know what, rascals? I'm in with rascals, but I don't need the rest of it.
Kick the devil in the tooth. Kick the devil in the tooth. Kick the devil in the tooth. Kick the devil in
The
the
tooth?
devil. Kick the devil
Oh, in the tooth.
Kick the devil in the tooth. Kick the devil in the tooth. Kick the devil. Kick the devil in the tooth.
You really overdid the kicking the devil part.
Yeah, probably didn't need that.
Now do the Jesus lean. Do the Jesus lean. Do the Jesus lean. Do the Jesus lean. Now do the
This-
Jesus
oh,
lean snap.
God.
Do the Jesus lean snap. Do the Jesus lean snap.
is-
Then stop.
There's
I would
more.
ask-
There's more, but I'm not. I feel like I'm done with it. I feel like I'm done with B Shock for now.
I would actually ask B-Shock to never release this video, and he would have gone against my wishes. So
Oh yeah, you're right.
he's not making that whole video to not let it go.
Exactly. Do you guys want to check out this next one? It's called elephant juice.
Clips.
I mean,
two.
that's scary. I don't know. I don't know
It
what
is
it
a
is
little-
about, but this is elephant juice.
Okay.
All right. Already better than Jesus Lee.
Pretty good so far.
Yeah.
This static is definitely a lot nicer than B-Shock. Oh, so it's a pair of lips.
Okay. I like this. It's good. It's a good tune. Okay. Right. Yeah. I mean, they got me so far. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
Still better than B-Shock.
it's it's simple, but it resonates with my being.
Right.
Ty, I think you can agree.
I'm into it. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Oh, it's short. I wish this was longer. Quality, lyrics, and artistic presentation.
Oh, okay. Not bad.
Okay, on an artistic scale, though, what is better, B-Shock or Elephant Juice?
B-Shock had a little more bounce, even though it's not the bounce that we want. It's
No.
still more bounce.
So you would vote B-Shock over Elephant Juice? I
Elephant
think.
Juice is a good jam, but only when I'm like depressed and coming down off some drugs I didn't mean to do.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Well, that was Elephant Juice. That's all that was. Oh, here we go. This seems like something that happened to me not too long ago. If you remember, I talked about how I came outside. It was probably a couple months ago now, and there were like 15 raccoons in my yard, all like staring me down, and they didn't give a shit. This seems like maybe this guy had the similar problem, and it's taken from the end of 2020 is what it looks like, and it's just called Mobbed by Raccoons. But I feel like there might be some raccoon foolery going on in the world, and maybe they're banding together. Maybe they have become sentient.
Okay, it's 10 to 7,
Oh my gosh.
and I got a bucket of grapes. I'm going to throw that whole bucket out because I can't get out the door to do the hot dogs.
All right, look how
The hot tub?
Yeah.
I'm going out in the hot tub with this crazy raccoon and
Well, this is the
mayhem.
first problem that this guy has is you're feeding the raccoons,
Well,
like, and they are. He's got one of those doors that has like the pane glass in it, like all the way down to the bottom, right? So you can see all the way down to the bottom with these like, what would you say? There's at least like 6, 7 raccoons already chilling, like for him to like pound, like scratching at the door. And
It looks like a lot of raccoons now, but I'm almost guaranteeing myself that there are more raccoons.
Right.
Just out of camera.
we clearly won't watch the whole thing, but this is a 21-minute video, so I feel like there's a lot of raccoon chicanery going on, but we'll continue.
So,
Go ahead, Mike. Oh, look, he panned over to the window next to the door, and there are already more out there.
Dude, he's got like a double door
this is going to be
situation.
fun now.
Oh, boy.
Right here.
Oh, my
Here,
God.
here,
This
here,
is
here.
a nightmare.
Come on. Come on. Watch your toes. Watch your toes.
This guy loves his raccoons. Look how many raccoons there are.
Dude, and they're all so nice. They look like they're just like, hey,
Yeah,
give us
they're-
food, give us food.
They are cute. That's the problem with raccoons. They're cute as hell. But they don't want anything to do with him. They just want his grapes.
Give me those grapes.
Holy smoke. Get out of there, Connor. All right, I'm just going to put the...
He's taking the
That's the
camera.
only way I can get out.
Oh, my God. Look how fat these fuckers are, too.
All right, just look. Look, 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 look.
He has got an
It looks like
army of
it's
fat
winter
raccoons.
as well. So these might be like, they gotta fatten themselves
Do
up.
they
for the
do
winter.
that? I don't know. Do they? Yeah.
They do, yeah.
Yeah.
They get
I think it's just
chunky
to
up
keep
here.
warm, but not like to hibernate. I think
Yeah.
they just need to stay warm.
He does sound like he's from your area, Ty. Like he's like borderline Canada,
Wouldn't
Wisconsin.
surprise me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wall-to-wall raccoons.
Ooh, they chunky.
Look how.
I'm not even try to count them. Okay, I'm gonna go over there
I have seen this video.
and sit on the bench.
This is nuts, man.
Oh, stop it!
Oh, now they're fighting
Oh,
each
they're really
other.
Going at it. Look.
Like, fervently.
Well, they have
See,
some
it's
grapes.
snowing out
What do you
right
think?
now,
30, 40 raccoons?
and the temperature's low.
No.
There's like 20.
Those
25
grapes are
at
gone.
least.
Whole
The raccoons.
25 at least. You said you saw this video? Does
I
he-
think I've seen this guy do a video,
Okay.
and this might be the one. But I think he's gonna feed him some hot dogs.
Oh,
And
he
they go
did say
nuts.
something. Yeah, he does. He does say something at the beginning. He said something about hot dogs. So, I think he was using the grapes so that they would get away a little bit, so he could feed them the hot dogs. Now let me. Oh, I guess the video is super long. Okay, here we go. Yeah, you're right. It is this one. I'll fast forward a little bit. Now he's sitting down, and he's got one crawling on his back. He's about to feed him some hot dogs.
Let's go.
That's a lot of hot dogs.
That is.
Oh my God.
Truly.
This is crazy. This is crazy. There's got to be 30 raccoons at least.
Yeah, 30.
I don't know
There
where
you
they
go.
all come from. Oh my God. Yeah, they
Give me
all
that.
love me.
Give me that.
At least they're considerate enough to
So I
like,
got the
take their
food.
hot dog and be like, okay, I'll get out of line.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
kind
I
of
got
do
Buddy
that.
hanging off me.
They look
Yeah.
kind of smart.
There you
No,
go.
they
Ready?
just put their
There you
hands
go.
up. They're like, okay, I'll take it.
Yes, please.
One, please.
There you go.
Thank you.
He's wearing a Boston Bruins hat. Just thought I'd throw that out there. I don't know if he's from Boston. He doesn't sound like he's from
Are
Boston.
things settling down? I got 8
Yeah.
pounds of hot dogs here in this bucket. Woo! Things
8
have settled
pounds.
down. Finally. Holy smokes. Yeah.
I like it when old people say "holy smokes." I think
Me too.
Holy smokes.
I don't like it when young people say it though. Like I feel like you're a tool. It's like people that say, "Oh, my Lanta," which is a pet peeve of mine. Like I hate that shit. Like if you say that, you're a turd. But when old people say if like an old person can get away with that, and it helps if you have a good accent like he does. Like, oh my smoke. What did he say? Something. Holy smokes! Holy smokes! I like that.
I gotta get 2 hands going here. Yeah, they're all, I tell you, see, they're really, really super hungry because of the cold.
Ah, there you
It's
go. You
minus
guys
6
were
out
right.
right now, Celsius.
Celsius.
So it's below freezing. There we go. So they,
He might
And
be
it's-
Canadian.
we're gonna
He
be
said
having-
it's
Yeah,
-6.
there's Canadian going on for sure.
I'm glad we could use the context clues to figure out where this man is from.
Yeah.
Quite possible.
So he's feeding them hot dogs. Looks like this goes on for a while. I don't know what's he's got
Oh,
up
Vinny.
now. So maybe now they're all mad because he's gone
Where are the
away
damn
without
hot
the hot dogs. Now
dogs?
they're all mad and shit, and they're going. "Grr." I didn't know they did that.
okay, we're gonna put more grapes out.
All right, now you're gonna feed them more grapes.
Ready?
Great. How much money are you spending on these goddamn raccoons?
Yeah, see how long they last. Get in, Connor.
I love that they're just like chewing. They're
They look so cute that they have to like tilt their head back to chew.
I don't. Yeah. There's a lot going on here. All right,
I
now
mean,
he's
I
sitting
would-
back down with
I-
more hot dogs.
Here.
I
Oh
would
my
do
God,
this
they're
too, I
ripping my
think.
coat and everything.
Ripping. These raccoons will be the end of this man.
Talk about overwhelmed with raccoons. Yeah.
Here's one
Well,
for
you messed up
One
when you
for
started feeding them.
Yeah.
nerd.
He's like Santa Claus for raccoons, though. He's like, they love him.
Do they love him or do they love his hot dog?
Nah, they don't love it. Man, he's got something else. Now he's got like cat food or some shit he's putting out, right?
I'm throwing out all my trash. for the
Yeah.
raccoons.
Right?
Oh, look, I'll throw him some scalloped potatoes.
That's kind of what they look. Yeah.
I got a 50-pound bag. I'm surprised they're out, you know. I got a 50-pound bag of dog food today.
Oh, great.
But I'm
Let's do
surprised
that.
they're out in the cold. But
That'll be good for him.
okay, you ready, guys? Okay.
Jeez.
This is all one sitting, right?
Yeah, it looks
I
like
got a
it.
spread.
I think
right?
so.
Spread some here.
That's a
You know what I
lot of
noticed
food.
last
on the
night?
dog food.
I'll put some more out there.
Hey,
I know.
What's a 50
hey
pound
asshole,
bag?
where's the hot dogs?
Yeah.
Bring us more hot dogs.
Yeah, what is this bullshit?
The rest of this is trash.
Yeah.
You're just throwing your trash out. Bring us more hot dogs, motherfucker. Look
How much does
there
a
was that
50-pound bag
one-
of cat or dog food cost? This got to be like $30, right? More than that,
It's
maybe?
expensive.
Yeah, it's probably more than that. I don't know how much that costs, but still, like it's a lot. It's a lot of going.
Time. All right. So we're gonna give you a quick look at my hat here.
Okay. Oh, he's got a raccoon hat. Oh, that's cute.
Came in the mail
That's pretty
today.
good.
Because he's the raccoon man.
Anyway, it's got the ears on it.
Yeah, it does.
It's a warm hat too. I like it. All right, so we're gonna. I'll take this in. Take this out of the way.
Yeah, you don't want the raccoons to
bra.
steal your tripod.
Mr. Connor,
Aw.
you know what?
There's a cat now.
Tell him what you took my new chair.
Jesus, this is both heartwarming and depressing at the same time.
Yeah,
because this
yeah.
old man has no life, and he's just talking to his cats. Anyway, there you go. There's a lot of raccoons. Whatever. We'll move on to the next clip. This is just for you, Ty.
Ooh.
This is to help you with the problem that we all know that you have. This clip is simply called Overcoming Mayophobia.
What? Man.
Do you have an irrational fear of mayo? An unwarranted...
Ty, do you have an irrational fear of mayo?
Maybe. God damn it.
I feel like you do. I feel like this is to help solve this.
This is personal so quickly.
Yep,
Shit.
that's what we're doing. Here we go.
hatred of a simple sauce? Well, you are not alone. According to a doctor, over 20% of Americans suffer from mayophobia.
That's
With
a lot of
Kraft
people.
Mayo, they've developed a step-by-step program where you can slowly increase your dosage over the course of 4 months to acclimate yourself to Kraft Mayo. The first month will include a 2-ounce packet of mayo. You will also find a blindfold to help you get used to the taste without having to look at the mayo. In our second month, you'll find
That,
a 12-ounce...
you know what? No bullshit though. Mayo just looks gross sometimes.
It does. Do you think it's because we associate it with jizz?
Probably partially.
Why does the look of mayo, Ty? Is that part of what turns you off from the mayo?
I don't think so. You know, my real distaste for mayo came pre whatever what's that called when you puberty.
Okay, yeah. All right. So you've always just had a distaste for the mayo.
Yeah. I think I hate it. I hate it is strong. I disliked mayo right away, and then I also had Miracle Whip, and Miracle Whip was worse.
I'd agree with
So,
that.
All of it was just like, fuck all this shit. And then, like, I don't know, man, because mayo is in so many different things, you know, like coleslaw, potato salad.
Yeah,
egg
it's in a lot.
salad,
Yeah,
all
you're right.
the
Yeah,
salads.
yeah.
All that shit was always like, oh, fuck. You could smell it. Like, you open the lid, you're just like, oh.
Yeah.
You get whacked with a mayo.
I'll be right there. I'll say this: my lovely wife Theresa, kind of in your camp, man. Does not do the mayo. She does not like the mayo. So
Nice.
yeah, she's kind
I
of
knew
with
I
you.
liked her for a reason.
She's kind of with you.
bottle. Our research shows
Love
that
you
a certain
too.
amount of the population can't stand the smell of mayo. So here, you'll also find a clothespin.
He
to
said-
help block any smell.
Yeah, you said the smell. You said the smell
Yep.
was the problem. He's agreeing with that. He says to put a nose, a clothespin on your nose.
Of the mayo. In the third month, you'll find the famous family-friendly 30-ounce. Now, for some, just the idea of admitting that mayo tastes good could be a difficult step for them. So here, you'll discover a permanent marker, which you can cross out the name mayo and replace it with any word you choose. Finally, the last step.
Right.
To celebrate your conversion from mayo hater to mayo lover, we are providing our 1-gallon tall boy of craft mayo. And if you just haven't had enough,
How dare
we're currently
they?
developing
Tall
the
boy
second
is a
stage
word
of
for beer.
You're right, but I'll give these guys some credit and the craft marketing over here, because this is real. This is like actually by Kraft, the company Kraft macaroni and cheese and all that. Like, I thought this was going to be a parody video type thing, but this is definitely like from the company with all the branding all over it, right?
I mean, it's
Seems
pretty
like
blatantly Kraft, but
Yeah.
I don't know if I don't know the context of why they decided to okay this.
I don't know either, but I mean, credit to them, I guess.
our program, which will include a bucket of mayonnaise. So
Bucket
act
of
now.
mayonnaise.
Help a friend, a family member, or yourself overcome mayophobia today and change your life and
Fuck mayo.
sandwiches for the better.
What do you think, Ty? Do you think we sign you up for it? You gonna get in on the mayophobia.com and we'll sign you up and we'll try and convert you?
My phobias are high at the moment, and I do feel uncomfortable and sort of scratchy. It's weird.
Fair enough.
Well, unfortunately, guys, I just tried to go to mayophobia.com, and it doesn't exist anymore.
Oh well, but we should buy it.
No, it says mayophobia.com/notification/program ended. We're sorry, but this offer is no longer available. They still own the website.
Okay, yeah.
Not using
Well,
it.
those fools. I mean, they should be doing more mayophobia, work. Like, this is social work. People need it. Last clip of the evening. This one is simply titled "The Poop Movie." So we'll find out what this one goes. I hope it's Twitch safe.
Okay, this is me again. I'm doing another.
Hi, me again. All right.
Yeah.
What? Very attractive man to start things off.
Another poop video, that's right.
And I never would have guessed you liked Metallica. Just looking at your face, I would assume
Yeah.
you love Metallica.
Yeah. And I like also that, hi, it's me again. This is another poop movie, I believe is what he said. So he did another one before this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. He is just...
Derek, the anti-hero, says that's the girl that was hitting
Tell you
on
one
you.
thing, when
That's
you gotta
right.
take a poop, you gotta take a poop.
Wasn't far off.
I was watching YouTube today.
Okay.
Watching something.
I like this guy's concept for his videos. Like, I'm just going to shit and maybe just talk about what I watched on YouTube today. It's a quality idea for a channel.
South Park pandemic special.
Okay.
Oh my
Cool.
God,
I
I
like
laughed
that.
my
It's pretty
ass
good.
off. My God, it was funny.
Yeah.
I mean,
It was pretty
on
good.
YouTube, I'm gonna have to sign up for HBO Max. It costs a lot of money, like $14 a month. But the way I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna sign up using one of those gift cards because they could.
That's
They
the way to
got
do
'em
it,
now.
man. That's the way to do
You
it,
can
bro.
get one for about $25, and I think they're only good for about 2 months or so. I figure if I get one, I'll get one. It'll be a while before I get one. Let's get back to my pooping session. That's right.
Okay.
Oh, my
It's
God.
back to business. Back to business, please. Enough of that deviation into your, your banter. Like, we need to know what's really going on. Well, okay. Now he's going to shut up and just poop and stare at the camera, I guess.
I'm gonna start doing this, Owen. I'm gonna start sending you morning videos
Is
of
that-
me just pooping, like my face pooping. No
You-
words, no nothing.
If you're all right, make it Mike B's toilet update, and we put it on the Patreon, and I get a morning
Daily.
Yeah, you get your daily dose of
Whenever I take a shit in the morning, you guys can
Yep.
take a shit right with me.
Your rear end.
make our own channel for it.
This dude was just sniffing and tasting. Oof.
I like that turd talk with Mike B. I like that. Courtesy flush rather.
He also looks like he lives with his mom.
He looks like an ogre.
He
Yeah.
looks like he might have a sprinkling. So let's call
He
him a
Yeah, that's good. You're
probably
good.
has a
You're good.
sprinkling. Yeah, you're right.
Slogan.
Habanero
That was
sandwich.
pretty good.
What did he say?
I said he sounds like a slow ogre. Let's call him a slow.
Sloger. Sloger. I'm more concerned about the
Oh.
hand that wasn't in the frame and he just rubbed it all over his face. Ooh. Yeah.
You know, he's got one hand holding the phone, and the other's probably like scratching his DMBs and fucking wiping the sweat from under his. Because you know he's sweating right now.
Oh yeah, he is.
I'm not even that large of a guy, from what I can tell.
But
And
you.
when I sit down for too
you
long, I
swe-
get a little under titty sweat.
Yeah, well, I know. I've seen you sweat poop. I mean, I've seen it. I've seen you come out of the bathroom and you're drenched every time. It's a. For those of you who don't know, Mikey B just like he has the biggest turds, and it's an exhausting process. Like he's got a small anus and big turds, and it's part of the problem of your life, right?
One of the worst things about me.
Yeah, it's awful.
It was more like a sub.
What?
Spicy. No, God. Jalapenos. It had jalapenos on it. It's pretty good. I bit right into a jalapeno. It didn't bother me a bit, man. I'm used to jalapenos now. They're not. I mean, hell, I'll eat one. Hell yeah. Hopefully next year, I'm gonna buy me some jalapenos. I'm gonna do a jalapeno challenge, man. Oh yeah.
This guy's got
Jalapeno
goals. I like
challenge.
this guy. He's got all the goals.
I like how he said next year.
Yeah,
I'm
he's gonna
buy
get
me
himself some
jalapenos.
HBO Max. And he's gonna get him some jalapenos. Do a
I
jalapeno
might
challenge
buy
next
some.
year. But it's gonna be a while for the HBO Max. It's expensive.
Jalapenos? Yeah, man. You gotta have some jalapenos on your broadcast. So everybody like, hey, man, look at this motherfucker, man. He's eating a jalapeno pepper, man. Oh yeah.
What?
Jalapeno
This
pepper.
guy's got all the tricks to
No,
being
it's
a
not.
great
No.
content creator.
I might
I
buy
am,
some out.
I am furthermore being planted in the camp that this is a slogan, hard slogan.
I'm just learning from him, like broadcast tips.
Yeah.
Like, what do we think this poop smells like?
Judging by the look on his face, it can't smell
Man,
good.
man. Take a shit. Yeah.
For some reason, I think it smells kind of like cat shit and almonds. Don't ask me why.
Almonds. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
almonds and cat shit.
Yeah.
I'm going hot, wet dog
Okay.
and like if you like left that same dog's shit under a rock, like a wet rock, and then lifted the rock up after like a couple days.
See, I think this guy eats all the sweets, so I think he's gonna have a Swedish shrimp smell to his
Sugar
poops.
shrimp poops?
Yeah, that's what I think he's got going on. Sugar shrimp poops.
Sugar shrimp shits.
It's a good name for a show, by the way. I'm gonna write that down. Sugar. I just spelled sugar with a H. Sugar shit
Sugar.
poops. Just putting that down to make sure I've got that for the notes, for when we upload the episode. Might not be the title, but it's there. I'm done with
shrimp
this.
shits.
That was clips.
Clips, clips. You know you want 'em, baby. You know we got 'em, baby. You know you want 'em, baby. You know we got 'em, baby. Clips. You know we got 'em, baby. Clips.
Yeah, there were probably some onions in there. You're right, Derek. He says onions, Pizza Hut, stuffed crust pizza, and sadness. All those things are probably accurate. Old lunch meat and a wet towel. Interesting, yeah.
Oh, teenage boy locker room and dead skunk.
All these things are pretty accurate. I will. I'll definitely make sure to post up a link so that you can find all of that, guys. Riveting material should you want to see it. But
No,
also,
fuck that guy. I'm gonna do my
oh
own.
yeah, that's
show,
right. No,
Colin.
yeah, you're gonna do your own, so that's even better. It's even better. Well, we're about to go to break, but before we do that, I wanted to talk to you about this, and it kind of fits with everything we were just talking about, in a sense, in a roundabout way, because it's so disgusting. So there are people out there, and there's like a new trend with weirdos that are apparently eating they're eating old raw meat and claiming it's getting them high. So they leave like raw hamburger meat. I lost you, Mikey. I don't hear you.
Where's all the raw hamburger meat?
Yeah, so it's like raw hamburger meat.
Bro, if I'm getting high, I'm getting high.
And apparently if you eat like 3-month-old putrid raw hamburger meat, it gets you high. Which,
how high?
I don't know. I think it's a tripping scenario, but if you think about it, there's a lot of evidence that might have happened like with poor food preservation back in the medieval ages, and why they like had hallucinations, and why like they might all that type of weird shit because of the bacteria, and it's like all the funguses that grow on that type of thing. And so there probably is some science that would point towards it not being completely fake, but I saw some pictures, like it's a trend. I saw some pictures of like what people were eating, and I vomited. I literally had to run to the toilet and vomit. And I tell you what, I've also learned that vomiting with a beard is not the best thing in the world. It's it's kind of a pain in the ass. Gonna be real with you. But yeah, like it was so disgusting. I mean, we're talking like maggots in meat that people are eating. Like
you know what?
The thing is like blue, like it with like hairy fucking fungus on it. Like,
oh well, then you're not getting high off the fucking the old meat.
The
You're
meat.
getting high off the fucking
yes,
mold.
that's what I'm saying. Like they're getting high off all the weird bacteria and shit that's living in there that's like causing this. So yeah, that's a new thing. Apparently, that is something that happened.
Dude, that's a lot of front time too to do drugs, and unless that high is like better than any other high I've ever had, I'm probably just gonna continue to smoke weed.
Yeah, I'll be all right with that. I'll figure it out. Derek, we forgot to.
It's not moldy.
Thank you, Derek, for reminding me though. Like the clips ratings, Derek ranks clips as an 8.91 tonight. That's it's pretty good. That's high praise. Ty, you said 7.8. You're going solid 8.7, Mikey. You know what? I think I'm going to go right in the middle and go, that was an 8.8. That was an 8.8. I think we're all right around the same. I think very, very solid clips, though. Very solid clips. I think it's time, though.
And Derek, yeah, people were getting high huffing fermented poop. That's called jenkum.
Yes, that shit. Oh, that stuff's just, yeah, I heard about that. Like in Africa, right? They get high from like shitting in a bucket and then like letting it sit, and then they, ooh. What would happen if you did that and then filled up the balloon and put that into your breathalyzer? What do you think would happen?
They're gonna be like, "Wow, you're
failed.
Fucked. You got problems, dude." They might just automatically call me an ambulance.
Yeah, the thing is just like yeah. I mean,
this guy's breathing shit.
It was It's like the old joke that I've always loved with Cheech and Chong and how like, oh, I had to take a blood test. Yeah, I borrowed my sister's urine or whatever. Had her pee into a cup for me so I could use the urine. It's like, yeah, it's really gonna fuck with them because she's pregnant or whatever.
Yep.
It's kind of in the same world, I think. But that being said, it is time that we take a little bit of a break. What is it, 10:16? We'll call it 10:30 when we come back. That sounds good to me. Boys, promote some shit. We got the patreon.com/ONRS. Want to still thank again our buddy Casey Collins, longtime listener, finally took the jump over to donating to us on Patreon, like you all should, because it really, really helps us. We're wanting to do bigger and better things. We want to upgrade equipment, and the only way that we can do that is if we get these donations from you over at Patreon. Again, patreon.com/ONRS. Don't forget that you can leave us voicemails, actually. Never be scared to do so. That's over at 407-906-6466. If you're listening on the podcast, twitch.tv/ONRS Live. We've been pretty consistent on our Thursdays lately, but we've been hitting it up around 9 o'clock. Sometimes it's 8:30, sometimes it's 9, but just get in our Facebook group, facebook.com/group/Ono Radio Show to get all those updates, because you'll know when we're going live each and every week. Check out Ono Wrestling if that's your type of thing. And we'll be back in, like I said. Oh, what's that?
You can also check it out on YouTube.
You can do that as well at Ono Media. Find that. But yeah, we'll be back in just under 15, it'd be closer to 12 minutes. It's 10:18 now. We're back at 10:30. 12 minutes. But what do we say when we get out of here for the first segment, boys? Oh, and don't fuck it up this week. And welcome back to the second segment of the Ono Radio Show, where things undoubtedly get a little weird. Hang on here. Getting everybody back in place. Just in time, once again, both of you.
What? I'm right on time. Nobody knew anything until you had to say that.
Skin of your teeth. Skin of your teeth, my friend.
I was here. I was ready.
I know. Everything's fine. I know. That's good. I was just outside, I was having my smoko, and then I went, used the old pea fence. You guys missed the pea fence?
I actually
pissing on the fence.
truthfully missed the pea fence.
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe I'm a little drunker than I thought. I got a little splashback off the pea fence, and I peed on my shorts. So now I'm wearing a little bit of pea shorts.
Can I ask you guys? I know you both have had this happen, but when you have the what I call the snake piss, when it comes out in two different directions.
Oh,
and it's kinda crazy.
yeah. Like you get like a piece of
You know what I'm
lint,
talking? Like your
something
skin is stuck together,
stuck
some
together
odd
or
shit, and
something. Yeah. And then
the
it goes
crazy stream.
It goes out from.
and
Yeah, I've done that.
It's always a scary stream when that happens, but man, it's like a fucking mess. Like,
So
all
what do
right,
you do in that situation? Do you stop? Do you try and like stop your pee and then clear out what's like going on in there, or do you just ride with it?
Push.
You push. I've learned from
No,
enough of
you
these
never
things,
push.
You have to push harder to open
And
it
then
up.
it opens
quicker,
up-
rather than
opens up the dick lips and then and gives you more. Okay.
Yeah.
You
See,
guys don't get ready to pee and then just give your dick lips a little whoop
I've done it before.
just to
Yeah.
make sure.
Yeah.
Is that a ritual? Do you do that every time?
Yeah, it's not an every time.
I gotta get
thing.
it kind of just happens like when I pull my dingling out. I just
Yeah.
kind of give one of the sides like a
See,
little.
A little.
This is good talk. We're learning things. I think we're bonding in ways we shouldn't bond, but at the same time, I feel closer to you after hearing that story, Mikey.
I'm very disappointed with you guys' backgrounds, by the way. Like that.
No, you don't like it?
I-
Look at that guy. Check it out. I'm that hot new meme right now.
Is that what it is? Like, Mikey, you're just like duplicating the background that we already have, so that's like lame. Like that's
This is
not
my
even
normal background
that's
for,
not
like, when
even
I do
cool. It's
stuff.
not even cool. Like I can't do it right now because I can, but I got to use this camera.
I mean, you
Like
could.
see, like I did a rainbow thing but I made it all fancy. I did a rainbow. Look at that. Oh, look, Derek, you got a picture of you. Oh, look, just have you and Derek up there. That's good.
I got my boy. You know. It's
Yeah.
just-
You and Derek. Oh, he is just a handsome gentleman. Look at that. Look at that. Everybody like having fun. Look at me. Like, I like the camera better. The camera's better on this one. But if I choose this one, then I get a cool rainbow thingy that I put up there. Apparently, my computer is too old to do it without selecting the green screen option. Like, because if your computer's old, it wants you to like then put up a green screen. So I did that, and I was like, okay, well, let's do the green screen thing. And then of course I don't have a green screen, so it's just figuring out with the image that I have, and it's putting up that thing. But I think it looks kind of cool. So there you go. That's what you got. Back to the regular camera and the regular show. What were we talking about? Oh, yeah. So, peeing, like when you got the thing stuck in you and you got the snake thing. I always find that I've got to then do like a quick like lean down. Like I got to squat my legs so that I'm closer to the toilet.
Yeah, right.
So that it gets in, because otherwise it's going to be unruly. And then, in drastic times, I'm also, being uncircumcised. I've had that play into the role of things. And I'm sure I've had weirder ones than you, where it's shooting off far left, shooting straight.
I actually
shooting
can't imagine
straight
that
up.
experience. It sounds
Like,
kind of wild.
Yeah. That's when you gotta that's when you need like a bathtub close by that you can rip across the shower curtain and just like, okay, all right, it's going in there now.
Oh, you've done this how many times?
Handful, quality handful. I don't know. oh, you're a Brady Bunch man now, and you're Reuben sandwich with fries. Okay, whatever.
Seems appropriate.
Do whatever you guys want. I mean, that's I'm giving you the freedom to do. Oh, you're Tiger King. Okay, all this is good. All this is very good content. I mean, I'm sure the podcast listeners are really appreciating all this
Dude, look at
background
this sandwich.
switching.
This sandwich looks
Yo,
amazing.
I would cream on my jean for some of that.
Yeah, it
that
does
looks
look
pretty
good.
great.
It does look good. I tell
Me
you,
and Tiger King over here are drooling on that sandwich.
I tell you a little bit about. I had a creeper around the house the other day, right?
Creeper?
Yeah, Theresa said he showed up at about like 11 o'clock before I was awake. And
Wait a minute.
And he knocked.
Creeper on Theresa?
No. So like she's working from home, and now she's set up in the studio. She's got her office in the studio, but she heard someone knock on the door and kind of like looked, but wasn't going to answer because she was busy with work. Someone did a knock, and he came by about 11, and then a few hours later, about like 3 o'clock. I'm in the house. I'm eating my tangerine, sitting on a couch. I'm eating a tangerine, and I look out.
Tangerines are awesome.
And I look out the window, and I see a guy that I had obviously missed when he had walked past my window, but then coming back from the other way, like as if he was like coming from my porch. What's this guy doing? Let me describe him to you. Would you think that this guy was shady? Based upon how his behavior, first off, like he's come by once, he's knocked, no one answered, didn't leave anything, didn't leave a pamphlet or something like a solicitor would. Second time he comes back, doesn't knock, sees me inside, make a move, like oh shit, because it startled me, right? So I'm standing up and I'm looking at dude coming from the outside, or like passing by my window. But then he like clearly like looks inside the window, sees a figure there in myself, and then really starts taking off like extremely fast, doing the fast walk, like fast ass walk.
Now I'm like truthfully uncomfortable, man.
Right. So dude
I'm not a real paranoid guy. I think you know that. But at the same time, that kind of shit, I mean, that rubs me the wrong way. That's when I have a more notable weapon at arm's length. I don't really want to like shoot a guy. Like that's kind of like a very last minute thing for me to think about grabbing. But if I got to grab a bat or some shit to go beat some creeper, I will fucking do that.
Well, I've got a ninja sword.
Well, you will kill a man with that. You won't just like strike him and he'll be like, "Oh, ow!"
That's my primary.
Leave a man.
No, he did not buy like a true ninja sword. That shit would take a lot of hacking.
I was told it was an ancient weapon.
Yeah, I'm sure you were. That ancient fucking sword of yours is gonna be a real piece of shit.
I was told it was worth a lot of money. And anyway, that's my stabbing device. I also have one of those things that's like, it's like a wobbly saw thing, but it's on a handle, right? And it's got
hacksaw?
and it's got like teeth on both sides, and it's like rectangular. I don't know what they're called. They're used for a lot of whacking. It's sort of a machine. Yeah, that's a machete.
A bush saw?
Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's probably what it is. So I got one of them for that, and then I got I don't have I need to get a bat. I need to get a more blunt object. All of mine are stabby. But
you can't keep going in with all the cutty, stabby ones.
Yeah,
you're gonna catch a charge.
Stabby's okay in the right situation, but you really got to
stand your ground, bro. It's Florida, like
bro. Stabbing can easily result in death.
We'll stand my ground, motherfucker. Like that's DeSantis is down for me stabbing people with bush saws. That's all I think that we need to know.
All right, real quick. Do you think it would be worse, like, if there was a wave of like shootings,
or stabbings,
the exact same wave of stabbings, or a wave of like blunt force trauma, like bats?
All are bad.
Which would be worse? Which would be worse?
Okay. I feel like The worst is going to be guns because obviously more people are going to get killed by a gun. Like, if you've got 10 people in a room and you're gunning them, like, you can get a good amount of them peoples. But if you're doing the stabbings, then I feel like 2 or 3 of those people are going to get it real bad, like real bad, and they're going to die. But less dead than if you had the gun. But if you had the bat and the bludgeoning, I feel like you would get more kills with the bludgeoning than you possibly would with the stabbing.
Bludgeoning is
in
a
that
fucking
scenario.
You can't dismiss that. Bludgeoning is going to be pretty hardcore. Derek brings up a good point. Isn't UK a bit of a stabby country?
Yeah.
They've always been
I don't know if it's more lately. They've always had a problem with stab. I mean, there's just a stabby
But because they don't
culture.
allow, like, guns are super duper hard
No,
to
that's
get
an
a hold of.
American argument. I feel like if you really look at it per capita, there's just as many stabbings here. We just have more gun crime. So do your research. I don't think that's entirely true. Per like capita, like percentage of the population, there's no more stabbings in the UK than there are in America. They just report them more because guess what? There's more shootings here because there's guns.
So we just don't hear about the
We
stabbings.
don't hear about the stabbings as much. So yeah, there's a stabbing problem in the UK, but just as much as there's a stabbing problem here.
Yeah, I think it's just how we're perceiving it because we're like, oh my god, so many people are being stabbed. It's just
Stupid
because that's the
Americans.
like ultimates of their violence over there, right? Like,
Stupid Americans. God, I shouldn't say
You
that because
stabby bastards.
yeah, I need to get my green card renewed soon, so I need to probably tone it down on the anti-America talk. It's probably a good idea. I don't think they listen to the show, but if they do, then
I thought you were gonna go full American. Is
Nope.
that not true?
nope, that's too much money, and I don't want it. And that doesn't. I get to vote. It's corrupt anyway. They stole the votes. Everybody knows that. Like shit. No.
if your vote even actually matters.
Yeah, exactly. And then I got to do jury duty. I'd rather not be an American and not have to do jury duty. Like, that seems like it's the better way around. I get to live here, not do jury duty, but I don't get to vote. All right, decent enough trade. I'm all right with
Bro,
that.
jury duty is not even that hard to get out of, and your job automatically says, "Okay, well, you got to get out of it."
Yeah, whatever. I don't
And
know.
you just tell them. You just don't tell them. You're like, "Oh, it's at like noon. I could be there for a couple hours, so I probably can't work today at all."
Yeah. Can you just lie about jury duty and then get out of work?
I mean, if your boss is a dummy and doesn't say like, "Hey, can you just bring me the paper?"
That's a good scam. You want to just go to the ball game, or you want to, like hang out with your boys. It's like, oh yeah, I'm at jury duty. Like, you probably get away with that. Someone's done that, right? Someone's done something like that.
Everyone's done I mean, yeah, of course.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
then equally amount of people have also been like, "Damn, I'm drunk as shit. Good time to start posting about this bar that we're all at."
I saw. I mean, I know what you're talking about. That does happen, and people get busted. But they screw themselves, right? They incriminate themselves. But I
Check into the wrong place at the wrong time.
I'm a huge fan of like ultimate scams, and this dude in India. I don't know if you saw this news story. It just popped in my head because of what we're talking about. But this dude in India, he I guess was able. It's one of those Milton situations from Office Space, right? Like where they didn't fix the glitch and like,
Gonna burn it down.
right. But instead of that, like this dude got paid and was able to dodge work for 15 years. And basically had a job where he didn't show up for 15 years, and he kept getting paid, never said nothing about it. And now they're trying to come after him for money, and he's like, "No, bro, like you just didn't. You were sending
How'd
me
you know I
money."
wasn't working?
Yeah. So I love that. I love stories like that where the guy that just gets away with, like, there was another one years ago where a dude in the UK just set up his own parking toll booth, like for this like abandoned parking lot that was owned by the city, but no one was like, they just weren't developing it or anything. So he built his own like little booth where he could like sit in, like a we pay your money to go. I am going to pay you to park here or whatever. He built the whole thing, had it all set up. It's got the arms and everything that go up and down, let you in and out. And the city just like assumed like when he just did it, right?
They
Like,
thought it was theirs.
and they just thought it was theirs, and he did it for like 8 years or something, where he was just like making like £500 a day, where he's just making bank, and he's just pocketing it away, and they're like, "Yo, you got to give us that money." He's like, "No, I don't."
Wait, what money? I was just it's just a booth.
Yeah, what are you talking about? Yeah, exactly. And in that situation, it's such a weird, I'm sure, like gray area, like legally, like.
Well, I mean,
I support the dude, honestly. Like, if you're that smart and you can get away with it for that long, then your like local city government is obviously that shitty that they didn't notice it. Then kind of on you, and like more power to the dude that got away with it.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
Okay, so it's sort of similar. Like when I did my first probation, first time I was ever on probation.
Yeah,
I showed up late to my very first community service, ended up with the guy who only does like 2 hours of work on Sunday and then goes home and sits on his couch and eats subs and watches movies.
That's it.
The fact that there's no oversight on anything and that he just was like, yep, sign it off.
Oh man, I used to like basically like straight up do all the research for my podcast at my old job. I would also like just watch Netflix like all day. Like I'd get naps. I'd get 3-hour naps at my old job where like if it was raining or something, like I was good at being able to like, you know, technically be at work but not do literally anything. It was good times.
Oh, dude, okay, so I worked at a bed store for a little while.
Tell me you got like nappy time, like.
Well, I
Nappy
mean,
time?
no,
Is that built in.
So I worked there for probably like
Can't show that
7 months. Yeah, Ty, you got to change that.
What? They're pasties.
I know, but they're pretty strict about that stuff.
So it was just me and my buddy, and so about every 45 minutes there's a safety meeting.
Sure, yeah.
You got to smoke a joint to run the bed store.
Cool. Yeah, of course.
Not only that, by probably the last month, we would just sit inside because it was too hot to be outside spending the
now
time.
We're just gonna smoke up the mattress store, and
so I would literally get paid for like 6 or 7 hours a day, where I would do almost nothing.
See,
like it got to the point where it was boring.
Yeah,
to be
like I want to actually do some work shit because I'm like bored out of my goddamn gourd. Like, can I sell a bed or something? Or
eventually I was like, I think I'm gonna take the sign outside and spin for a little while.
You get so bored, you're sweeping the floor. You're just kind of
doing work.
Yeah, you're dilly-dallying around. Like,
no, it's the sliding scale where it goes having fun, not doing work.
Yeah,
not working, not working, not working. Oh my god, not working is boring.
Yeah,
boring. I guess I'll just start working again.
It does exist. It definitely exists. Speaking of work, I actually went to a virtual job fair, and because our lovely governor is like, yo, all you unemployed assholes, like you need to probably get like thinking about some work shit. So I did kind of like an alumni virtual job fair, which was weird, like it's I didn't know how it was going to be set up. It was an interesting experience. They had all these like individual pages of what they called booths, like so you could click on a booth and then you could chat with the HR representative or the recruiter or whatever for said company, and a lot of them had like potential job opportunities, and you click on them, and I found a couple, and I have applied to one and will be applying to another one tomorrow. So your boy might actually be going back to work, which is, both a blessing, and a curse. Like, I'll like the money, but like working sucks dicks.
What if they tell you have to shave your bird?
Well, I'm already expecting that, like, on one of them, that's for damn sure. I know I'm going to have to shave the bird. It's not going to go all the way down. I'm still going to keep a beard. I'm just going to tighten it up. But yeah. Well, we'll get there in due time. I did this one. I video chatted with the guy, and he didn't say anything about the beard. And I'll tell you what, like, I think I might have found a perfect job for Owen. It involves audio, visual stuff. This is a assistant video specialist is, I believe, the title. And so I'm going to go for this, and hear me out. It's essential. I probably shouldn't say any of this, but I'm gonna anyway because I'm not hired. But the potential is that I would be working remotely from here, from my house, right? And that I would be what they're looking for is somebody with excellent audio, visual, and troubleshooting skills, i.e., me. Right? Right? To make a white glove environment, as they have called it, for it's essentially like Zoom calls. So basically, with these Fortune 500 companies and all these major banking institutions, so
They want you to be like the administrator for doing their Zoom
yeah,
shit.
like helping, like, oh, like this dickhead didn't like, hey, Nancy, turn on your mute button or whatever. Like, go into your preferences and select this or whatever it is, right? Like, but it's basic sort of like, like admin for like these Zoom meetings for all these rich fuckers. Now, I'm then going to be in those meetings, and imagine all the secrets that I'm going to get, like all the trade, I'll get all the financial information. I'll be like, I'll be running the stock market, man. Like, I'll get all the insider trading information, dude. We can make $1 million. Like, I might become a stockman. Like, that might be my new thing. I might become stockman.
Moniker.
What do you guys think about that, though? I think it's pretty good.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool, right?
Yeah. Fucking hell.
Oh, Derek says a good point. You'll get to hear Papa John use the N-word. Yeah.
That'll be so, and you'll be the one recording all of it.
Oh,
so
yeah,
you'll have the big old Papa
I've been
dropping that nasty N-bomb.
Those situations before, actually with Papa John.
Oh, wow. You heard Papa John say the N-word,
Not the N-word, but still some...
Was he being a little...
He said the C word. He said coon.
Oh, yeah.
No, it wasn't like that, but it was still like comments that were made that were just
really
off-putting.
You saw it firsthand on one of your shoots?
Yeah.
I never knew that. That's interesting.
I've been on, it's funny the way you recollect certain circumstances. You're like, well, this was a job and this is really what I was focused on. But I did witness this weird shit. Yeah. I saw Papa John in not his best behavior for sure.
Interesting.
More racial purity, better people.
Oh, God.
Papa John's.
That's why they had to get Shaq in there real quick to solve everything going on with Papa John.
Also, been on a lot of jobs with Shaq, too, and Shaq's pretty great.
Oh, I've heard, yeah.
Well, Shaq seems awesome.
I just want to cuddle with Shaq. Like, I just want him to hold me.
Oh, a Shaq hug?
Oh, I just, imagine how good
Well, you'd hug his belly or something.
He'd lean down a little bit for me. And pick me up. He'd pick me up.
Shaq always called me 6'9". He asked me my name and he was like, "How tall are you, man?" I'm like 6'9". All right, 6'9". Okay.
And what's he? What's Shaq? 7'1"?
I think he's 7'1" or 7'2". He might have been 7'2" at one point, but I'm pretty sure he's 7'1".
Is he the only person that you've met that's been taller than you?
No.
Is Big Show? Big Show. I know you met him. He was taller than you, right?
Oh, yeah.
But not by a lot. I remember you saying that. Like,
not by a lot.
Not by a lot.
But he's like fucking 2 of me wide.
Yeah.
Height-wise,
big man,
we were
big boy.
too far off.
Well, so who else is bigger that you've met that's taller than you?
I used to work with a guy in Vegas when I used to work on the Ultimate Fighter show. There was one of the producers who was like fucking, I think he was 7 foot, like exactly. And it was so weird. Like, we were cool because we both knew the tall man's struggles in life. Like, we recognized. But at the same time, most of the time, I'm usually the guy making the guy who's normally the tall guy uncomfortable. Like, it's rare for me to be like, fuck, this is just weird. Like, I'm like sort of looking up to this person.
Yeah.
My, like, muscles aren't used to doing that.
Yeah, exactly. Like Ty, you walk. I've seen you do it, and I know you've talked about it before, but you generally kind of walk because you're so tall. It's 6'9", right? 6'9".
Yeah.
And yeah, you generally walk like kind of hunched over, like a little bit more. Like
I don't feel like a hunched over person,
not,
but I know I do kind of like lean into some things where I'm like,
well, the average doorway, if you were to stand up completely straight and just walk, you'd hit the top of your head on every door. So it's kind of a necessity, I would imagine. It's sort of the thing that like subconsciously it gets ingrained into you because
like, I duck into most doorways.
Yeah,
I just have to like kind of duck in there.
No, I feel you. Back to that random creeper though too. I never finished out like what he looked like. Like regardless of his behavior, he was wearing black t-shirt, no brand, black jeans, or like kind of like a work pant, if that makes sense. Black baseball cap, and then had gloves hanging out his back pocket. Is that not almost a stereotypical description of a burglar?
Right.
It is.
That seems pretty burglary.
It's very burglary. Yeah, I see Samuel L. Jackson looking mean from Django Unchained. You guys are so funny. Putting up a virtual background.
Over here.
Oh, having a good time. Derek loves it. As long as Derek's happy, it's all fine. That's all that matters to me. Speaking of, you're talking about like the racist Papa John, which is actually I should have done the segue earlier with this one because I'm losing my lawn guy. Vinny the racist lawn guy?
What?
He's going away. Did you either of you ever meet Vinny the racist lawn guy?
I
when you
met
were around
Vinny
here?
once.
You met Vinny once, yeah. Vinny was he's from Yonkers, New York, and he's that like old school Italian. He used to ride a scooter around and around the neighborhood, see how the lawns were doing, then riding lawnmower, come do the lawn, $20 a pop. I need a new lawn guy, by the way. If anybody's out there, onomedia.owen@gmail.com. Hit me up on that, or leave me a voicemail at 407-906-6466. Yeah, I'll use this for my own personal business. I need a new lawn guy. Make sure it's cheap. It's a small yard. It's in Orlando, near downtown, Bumby and Curry Ford. It'd be great if anybody has any connections that can get me some cheap lawn care. All you got to do is mow it and knock it down so my landlord doesn't get pissed. Don't do a butt. You can't do butts, Ty. You're gonna get us kicked off of Twitch. He did a butt. He did the full butt.
That is a cleft and a half.
Derek, I actually did hit him up, and he's mostly on the coast. So yeah, no, that's not gonna be good. But it led me into thinking about it. I said my goodbyes. He's moving into Vinny the racist lawn guy's moving into a double wide. He's not going to be able to continue the lawn business. And
son of a bitch.
Yeah, I know. So and he man, like 2 days before I saw him, and he was just like, "Oh yeah, don't worry, I'm gonna." He told me about him moving, but he's like, "Don't worry, I'm gonna still keep it going and all that." And then he's just like, "Nope, he's got to sell all of his wares to get his double wide." So good on him. But he was always like that,
he didn't do a great job, but he was reliable.
Yeah, he was reliable. He didn't do a good job at all, but it was at least he cut down the line. It's all that I needed. I don't really care. But he was that that tinge of racist. Like he was, and I think
just a scotch.
That scotch. And he would always talk about how he was mad at Puerto Ricans for for reasons, and he would often say
what was his ethnicity?
He was Italian, white Italian, New
They're
York,
racist.
Yonkers, long story short, a lot of that, he would often say, those black people that live around the corner. He would
harsh and black.
Yeah.
Black.
Yeah. He would always make sure, he wouldn't necessarily call them N-words or anything, but he'd make a point about people's race. So that's why I called him Vinny the racist long guy. But then I was thinking about it too. It's like I've met quite a few of that New York Italian Yonkers breed that are all kind of like that. Have you met those people before? Like, is that a stereotype that I'm not incredibly aware of, that maybe that Italian, like, New Yorker is, like, a bit racist? Is that a thing? Is it? Like, I don't know.
They can be just as racist as everybody else.
So you've never heard of that as being something that's more than...
I mean, I've heard a lot of people be racist from New York.
Yeah.
But I think that's just a hateful city.
True. My buddy had I was riding in his truck once, and he was like, yeah, an Italian guy. He's, he's older than me, probably 6 years, 7 years older than me. And he was driving, he was right in his truck, and he opened his glove box, like, not glove box, but like the center console thing, you pop up.
Right.
And inside that was this like hammer, right? And it's like a tiny little hammer. Like about maybe 8 inches, 6 to 8 inches, like, long, like, but it was a full-size hammer head on top of a very small hammer, like
grabbable.
Yeah.
Little bonk.
And I was like, oh,
what
man.
was the name of it?
I innocently asked. I literally innocently asked, because I'm like, he was a very good craftsman, is a very good craftsman. I'm like,
can I take a
why
guess?
why would you have this hammer? What would you even call that? Why do you have it? He's like, oh, you know what that's for? You know what that's called?
Oh, boy.
I have a
boy.
guess.
Do you want your
I've
guess? I'll give you the guess. Go for the guess.
Would that be the N-word knocker?
The N-word be good knocker. Or the N-word be good.
Wow. My.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
At least the racists in Titusville just called it the N-word. It was any large piece of, like, rebar or that they just left in the back of their truck. Like, yeah, this is that thing. And I'm like,
and he
my
bust
God.
out laughing and did one of the old shoulder elbow bumps. Just kidding, one of
we're
the
both racist, you know.
you know. Yeah. Like, I feel like that's a thing with a lot of them.
Racists?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, racist, but yeah. Derek says that in his experience, Boston was way more racist than New York. I can see that. We need to ask Barilli if that's the case. He would be the.
I'm sure he could weigh in on that heavily.
Yeah. Owen's hanging out with Italian racists, Derek.
I mean, spade a spade. Oh, it should not. No, I should not have said that.
Nope.
I should not have.
Nope.
That was the
Look at
wrong
that.
time to use that
he went.
particular analogy.
There it is.
Damn it.
Didn't mean it.
That's some sort of Freudian slip.
You guys see my great grandfather's toy cars I posted in the group?
Yeah, those are pretty dope, man.
Yeah, when you see them in person, I need to clean them all out. But I've kept these for a while in the closet, and I kind of just got Theresa's permission to be like, yeah, can I use this thing and like set them all up and like I just just keeping them nice and yeah, they're the type of thing that like I don't know. I don't have much from my family is kind of like heirlooms or whatever. Like this is one of those weird little things. And he like these weren't like there's one or two that were I believe maybe like my grandfather's toy car. So 20s. There is one or two that are like it's like 1908. Like that it was made like these really old like Matchbox cars. They're all Matchbox and they're all like I think some of them were purchased like later and made to look like older. I would have to do some research on them, but I feel like there's maybe like I want to hold on to them anyway, but I feel like there might be some weird little bit of money in them. They're all like classic English cars, and they're like some of them again are so like super.
I
old.
recognize one or two of them, like when I saw it, because I had a couple similar things from actually my grandparents on my dad's side.
Yeah,
and I mean, it's similar. I don't know how much they're worth.
I don't know either. I'd like to know if anybody knows anything about that. Hit me up. But yeah, I just thought it was interesting. It was just like, I don't know. These are two. They're all like those old cars in general were so pretty. That like the toys are almost like they were stuck in a box in a closet, and I'm like, I don't know. These are just so. I'm not even a super big car guy, but they're also beautifully designed that they look like they should be displayed, and a lot of them. For myself, like there's a lot of real big, like British like branding on them, and a lot of stuff that like relates it to back home, and kind of like I don't know, a lot of Britannia like type deal with them. So I thought they were cool enough to display, but not.
Cool cars though. Cool cars.
Yeah. I had a friend who does this all the time too, though. Speaking of like British shit, and I think it's a pet peeve of mine as well when Americans use British terminology, like when they use mate. Oh, hey mate, like no, fuck off, like.
Yeah, but that's not strictly British, is
no, it's. I mean, the Australians use it more, but mate is used.
Yeah, but they're just the criminally Brits.
Yeah, well, we don't even acknowledge them. They're on. They're. They're off there. They're on. We put them on an island for a reason. They're done. But like I don't know. Like there's a lot of when an American.
I think I got really pissed at some guy the other day because he was like, "Oh, I was driving my lorry and oh man, I flat a tire."
My lorry. Yeah, and then when Americans
couldn't even get to my flat, it was awful.
Americans, when they try and do like the soccer chants and stuff, they always suck at them. Like they're never any good. They don't get soccer chants correctly. Like all that is and in defense of you Americans, I'll say when the English do an American accent, like gonna get a milkshake or whatever, they do that a lot, right? Like if they're trying to emulate an American accent, they sound equally as cringy as when an American does a bad English accent. But Americans, if you've never been to the UK, you're not allowed to use British terms just because you're a fan of Premier League soccer. That's what I'll say.
You don't want to go watch the footy match?
You're not allowed to call it footy. You named
Why
it.
not?
Because you guys fucking named it soccer, and you deal with that. That's my stance. Hard take on that whole thing.
Americans can't use footy.
Nope, definitely not.
What if I say I'm gonna go have a biscuit?
Then you'd be going to KFC and you'd be getting.
No, I'm having a cookie.
No, you're not. Because you're an American. And I will call you a dickhead. You can gladly call whatever you want, but I will gladly call you a dickhead.
Well, I mean, one of the things I'm going to have to get back used to doing now that I'm driving again is topping off the car with petrol. Like, I'm going to have to do that.
Because you're kind of into cars, I'll let it slide. And no, Derek, just because you've been to London does not mean you can use British slang. London is basically not even England. Like you need to. It's the most. It's ridiculous. Like we don't even consider that part of our country.
London is very English. You don't get to say that.
No, it's full of all those immigrants. Like there's no English people in London anymore.
Listen to you.
There's no true Englanders over there.
It's Brexit. This is what we need. That's what we need.
Wait, doesn't London have the Queen and the?
She's never
Parliament?
there. She pops in from time to time to appease everyone, and then she's like, "Oh," she does that. That's what I think. Yeah.
I wish I could just mumble and wave my hands, and people are like,
"Yay!
Go like me, all right."
She does. She's got a
Way to
good.
get it, bro.
She does have a good gig. I'll give her that. She does have a good gig. You want to do a little quick thing and then get out of here because I think it's about that time. I've got one of these casting couches. We haven't done a casting couch in a little while, so I figured I'd do a casting couch for you guys today.
Ooh, sexy.
We're going to just go simple, all right? We're going to go into the Wayback Machine and take a look at some 90s sitcoms, all right?
Ooh.
One of the reasons that this was inspired is I know a good friend of ours, of course, Dan from Tom and Dan, A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan.com, or just tomanddan.com. Become a BDM, be one of us. But, and of course, those guys are, big supporters of ours. But he's been talking a lot about how he's been watching the show Cheers.
Cheers is good.
So I wonder if we were to recast for 2021 the show Cheers,
Oh, man.
who are we going to go with? I don't think
All
we've
right.
ever done this one before.
Okay, so immediately, you
Yep.
could do Sam as Zac Efron. Like, you got to get his hair a little.
Ooh, I feel like he's too young. I feel like he needed slightly older. Like Efron's a little young. I was gonna go with what's his face that's always talking about wood and Parks and Rec. Nick Offerman.
Offerman.
Oh, that's a good call.
He could be a Sam.
Now, see, the problem is he doesn't play. He only plays that. Even his comedy.
Yeah,
if you watch
he
his
is kind of
stand-up,
he is one-dimensional. You're right.
Yeah, so while I think he might have a look for it, I don't think he is going to play that because he has kind of entrenched himself.
Fair.
I feel like Ted Danson should continue to play Sam. I don't know why.
That's the entirely not the point of the game.
I know, but I love Ted Danson.
Modern Sam.
Danny McBride, I feel like could
Too
could
goofy.
possibly be,
Too goofy.
or maybe George, if not. Well,
George.
or I mean maybe Norm, if not Sam.
Yeah. He could maybe pull off a Norm.
Man.
Sam is tough. I don't know why I'm.
If you're doing Norm, I'd want to go with like a Rogan. Seth Rogen.
That's also not a terrible idea.
Yeah, Rogan would, if we're Apatowing already, Rogan would be the norm.
Well, I'm not even initially trying to Apatow, but I'm saying like
straight
I
down,
think
yeah.
I think he would just play a decent Norm.
Paul Rudd could be Sam.
Oh, that would be good.
Paul Rudd could be Sam.
Mm-hmm.
He's got the right amount of humor and smark and but likability.
I would.
Wasn't Christy Alley in that show? She was.
Yeah,
right?
Christy Alley was in there.
She was the second girlfriend.
Lizzo.
Or the second love.
Lizzo is Christy Alley.
Lizzo?
Yeah.
That's a different show.
No, I want that. And I want. Who is the curly-haired chick that's, what's her name? She's married
Carla.
to Danny DeVito. Is it
something
Carla?
Perlman.
Rhea Perlman.
Rhea Perlman,
That's it.
yeah.
That's
Her, okay, where do you go with her?
I could also, it would be kind of weird, I think, initially.
Amy
but
Poehler is her.
That would work.
I like Amy Poehler.
You could also
that one.
do Tina Fey, but she would just have, it'd be more snarky than mean.
Nah, I think Amy Poehler's quirky, and I think she can play like a little bit of a bitch too, which would work. She's got to have that.
I could also see maybe Vince Vaughn as a Sam.
I don't mind that. That at all.
You know what?
I'd fuck with that.
Yeah. I could sprinkle that taste in there. That sounds like a good idea.
Bad casting idea. Christian Bale as Sam. No one wants to go to that bar.
Intense.
No, it's like, yeah. You want to drink?
Actually, I would watch that pretty hardcore. I don't know. I'd be into it.
Welcome to Cheers.
I love that.
No, he would be like actually funny, but it'd be like.
No, it's him from American Psycho then.
Yeah.
Exactly. He's like creepy, but still
Intense.
funny.
You ever hear Huey Lewis in the news? Like it's like every time. I love their album Sports. All right, we'll go on to the next one. I think that's a decent idea on that one. But okay, how about the TV show Family Matters, boys.
Oh, Family Matters? Shit.
We got to do a Carl Winslow. We got to do
Urkel.
Urkel. I was about to call him Screech. Other one. We got to do a Lisa.
Yeah.
Then the older brother. What the fuck was his name?
Eddie?
Eddie. Yeah, Eddie. You're right. The rest of them don't matter, but those are the four, right? Those are the four that really matter, I would say. Carl Winslow, this day and age.
Reginald VelJohnson.
Tom Segura or Burt Kreischer.
That would be hilarious. That would work.
Either one. I could deal with either one. Would work with that.
Leslie, what's her name? Leslie Nielsen?
Leslie Nielsen?
Leslie Jones, sorry. Leslie Jones.
Leslie
as the
Jones.
wife.
As the wife.
Harriet.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I mean, even though that Leslie Jones looks kind of like a monster, I'll allow it. Like, I've said that before. She does. She looks like a monster. She's not a very
so
attractive.
mean to Leslie
she
Jones.
is not attractive. She's just not attractive. Lisa, though. Lisa, okay. Is it? It's Lisa.
Laura.
Laura. That's,
Laura.
okay.
Laura Winslow.
Yeah, Laura Winslow. Very attractive. Okay.
Gianna Michaels.
I was going to go Rihanna.
we're close,
You went with a
very
porn
close.
star, so okay, all right.
I went Gianna Michaels.
All right, I
Whatever.
mean, fair enough. That's all right.
Maybe I just want to see some things.
Yeah. Scarlett
So, like-
Johansson, nah, too big, too hot.
Darius McCrary as Eddie Winslow. A good older brother. Chris Evans. Dude, use Chris Evans.
All right, yeah, I'm all right with Chris Evans. All right. Yeah.
Cap.
I'm not bad with that. I like that.
We have also whitewashed the whole show
Yeah.
other than Leslie Jones as the wife.
Seriously.
I was gonna go though, if we're going Urkel, I was gonna go with Jaden Smith. Will Smith's kid could be probably a pretty good
What?
Urkel.
Not.
No, use I mean, if I would use the kid from Stranger Things. That guy, I think he's like in his 16 or 17. He's like 16
Yeah.
or 17 now. He would fit the
Well,
role.
which
almost
kid?
perfect. The
The black
The
one.
black
You're
one.
you're
Yeah, the
who's the
black one.
racist now, Mikey? I don't
I think it's
see-
because I hesitate. If I were to decide, oh yeah, the little black
Mhm.
one.
Yeah.
I think
okay.
if we're going full whitewash, I'm going McLovin as Urkel. I don't know.
I can
why.
do that. I can see that. That's fair. I mean, you could throw a Michael Cera in there if you wanted to as well. Eh. I don't have any better than that.
Augie Farks.
Is that the?
That's who played McLovin.
Oh, okay, the super.
Oh, wait, no, that's his. That's his.
Yeah, no, that's
character
his.
from the
Yeah.
movie. What the fuck? Why won't he? Oh, Christopher Mintz-Plasse.
That's it. Yeah, that's definitely more like it. Next one, we're gonna recast Seinfeld, boys.
Seinfeld.
Yep.
So just the main four then, right?
It has to be the main four, but I think it has to revolve around a very popular comedian. My vote is that we do Seinfeld, but with Bill Burr as the Seinfeld character.
I hate Bill Burr.
Fuck you! How do you hate Bill Burr?
He's such a whiny bitch.
You are wrong. You are wrong.
He whines about everyone else whining.
You are wrong. I don't like you anymore.
Oh.
I don't like you anymore. I'm doing Bill Burr.
I could see it being done. Yes, Bill Burr
I'm
could
doing
work.
Tom Segura as fucking what's his name? Larry David,
George.
but not George. Yes, thank you. Elaine, Sarah Silverman,
That'd be good.
Sarah Silverman,
Well,
and then
He's almost
Kramer.
too old though now.
That's about right.
I don't know.
And then Kramer.
Kramer's that what's his name? The curly-haired, bearded dude, Jason Man to something. He's been a fucking
Mantzoukas.
Yeah, that's
Jason
his name.
Mantzoukas.
That
He
guy.
played Ari in on Parks and Rec. Or he played the rich Cologne guy.
The clone guy. The clone. Yes.
Yeah.
That guy.
I've got okay. I've got-
Mantzoukas would be either that or go really crazy and go Eric Andre.
No, I've got it.
Eric
I've got
Andre
it.
would also be fun.
Eric Andre
That would be
works,
too
Maybe
far,
too
though.
much.
but I think
too
I've got
much,
one
though.
better than Eric Andre. The guy that played Rafi in The League. You know who I'm talking? He's in tons of
Rafi
shit.
and-
Rafi from The League.
Isn't that the same guy? No.
Yeah, that's Jason Mantzoukas.
Okay, we're
I'm
talking
like,
about the
isn't
same guy.
that the same
Okay, all right, all
motherfucker?
right.
Yeah, that's who
I didn't
you-
know his name. I didn't know. My bad. My bad. Okay.
Holy cocksucking
All right.
balls.
Well, that does work. That does work. I also think that Brian Posehn could work as a Kramer-esque character.
He could, but it'd be like a subtler.
It would
crazy.
be a slother, more slothy, crazy type thing. Yeah. But those are all pretty good. You guys, you don't like my Bill Burr, so
I think also an excellent George could be done by Nick Kroll.
No,
yeah.
Oh man, you know what? I kind
no,
of
Nick
that
Kroll
would
would be
a
my
good Newman.
Seinfeld. Nick Kroll would be the Seinfeld.
He could do a very good Seinfeld.
That would be the way to go. Was have him be the
Man.
Seinfeld. I'd
Who
watch
is
that show.
Seinfeld? Yeah.
I'd watch that show. Both of them work though. Both of them.
Yeah.
Work. Chris Rock as Kramer. I don't know if I like that. No. Chris Rock. No, Chris Rock. He's not goofy enough. He's more. I think Chris Rock's more get it together. I don't know. I don't like that one. We'll move on. Last one for Casting Couch this evening. How about the greatest show of the 90s? Not at all.
Home
Improvement.
Home Improvement.
Okay.
Oh
okay.
Christ.
So
We gotta do Tim the Toolman Taylor. We gotta do What's Ever His Face with the
Yo.
Beard. We gotta do Wilson Across the Fence. We gotta do JTT. We gotta do The Wife. We gotta do the other two. Well, not really the other two shit kids. No one really cares about them.
So you have Tim and Jill Taylor, Brad, Randy, and Mark Taylor.
yeah.
You could recast Al Borland. You could cast Wilson Wilson.
It's not the point of the
Um,
game. He's dead
yeah.
too. The guy behind the fence, Wilson's dead. So he's,
Earl Hindman.
Yeah, he died.
But I say we do just do the core five of the Taylor family.
So okay,
Yo,
Derek
what
says
about-
Nick
what about-
Offerman as Tim Taylor, but
That would work.
But I
Nick
think
Offerman?
But I think that's the other way around. I think that what's his buddy? What's his name?
Al
Al.
Borland.
Al. I think Nick Offerman is more an Al. He's a
Yeah,
different
me
type
too.
of.
Nick Offerman is a better Al.
He's a
for
different
sure.
type of an Al. Like he's more like he's cooler than the original Al, who's more of a nerd. Nick Offerman's more like the no nonsense but to the point craftsman.
You
that
could
would
see-
work.
You could see Offerman turning to whoever we cast as Tim, going, "I don't think so, Tim."
Yep. Yeah. Absolutely. No, I think
That was
that-
his catchphrase.
So okay,
Yo, Tim,
that's it.
Tim.
That's good. That's good.
Hear me out. Tim the Toolman Taylor.
Yeah, who you got?
Seth MacFarlane.
That would be kind of funny.
It would work. As much as I'm not a fan of his, to be honest with you, it would. I can actually see that working. He's the right amount of cheese for that role.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's.
I don't know why. Like it's not exactly my first choice of people, but it seems like it fits.
No, I don't think you're far off on that one. That's not a terrible casting decision.
Can we also just real quick?
Yeah.
All three of the actors who played the three Taylor children all have three names. They're all like notably three named people.
I remember. Yeah.
Jonathan Taylor
Jonathan
Thomas
Taylor Thomas.
plays Randy.
Yeah.
Zachary Ty Bryan plays Brad, the oldest, and Taryn Noah Smith plays Mark, the youngest.
I think what that probably is during that time in the 90s, there were other actors in SAG that were already registered with just the first and last name, so they had to add an extra name. Yeah. I think that's
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, that happens a lot. That's a pretty common thing. And then once like there's a certain point where SAG will recognize that like, okay, we can call you just Jonathan Thomas now because you're
just
most
JT.
Well, you're the most famous one, and the other guy did like one commercial back in 1983, and like now, like yeah, you're clearly
faded.
you get to have that like or whatever. But that happens a lot with child actors because like there's an older actor that maybe is using that moniker, and that's why that for credit reasons, I think they do that. But
for the youngest, kind of like nerdy who eventually went goth, I still say,
oh yeah, that kid, yeah,
Michael Cera. He just fits that.
Michael Cera.
He does. He fits that like
has to be.
nerdy wussy. Unless we're talking about Michael Cera from This Is the End.
Michael Cera is like 30 years old, so I'm not sure that he would work in that particular role. But
He still looks
looks the same.
That's why I try and stray away from like these ones where we have to like cast like kids because those are like that's impossible, right? Like kids are going to be
right now. I just don't know.
Yeah, we don't know them, and they're
Right.
going to be up and coming little actors, and like we've got we can do like we know the Stranger Kids that what else? What other fucking kid actors?
Yeah,
like,
put him in there. Right.
Jake from fucking 2.5 Men. All right, well he's probably like 18, 20 or something by now, right? Like so he's not any good. So I guess just like we got Tim the Tool Man with Seth MacFarlane. Anybody?
Offerman as Al. His wife.
This is a weird shout out, but I think that the WWE's The Miz could play Tim the Tool Man Taylor.
That would be kind of. He could be a little over the top, so that would work.
I
with,
think
like, the
that can
character.
actually work. Like if you can't get McFarlane, because he's probably worth way more money. But yeah, like he would sort of work. The wife is, I guess, like the one that we're missing, right?
Yeah, and that would be.
What the hell was her
Jill
name?
Taylor, Patricia
Jill.
Richardson. But her name on the show is Jill.
Jill the Tool.
She was always
Pleaser
pretty
Taylor.
kind, and she was like the heart of the household. She was
Yeah,
strong.
she's what
but she
kept
was-
everything together.
But she was calm. She had a very like nice vibe to her. So I'm trying to think of somebody that fits that in this day and age. Mila Kunis.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
We'd all watch that.
I mean, yeah.
What about Rose Byrne?
I don't know who that is.
Did you ever see Neighbors with Seth Rogen?
Yeah.
That's
Oh
his wife.
yeah, that one. Yeah. She's in Bridesmaids.
Yeah.
Yep, she's
She's
the one that's
Australian.
getting married in Bridesmaids.
That girl.
That
Yeah.
girl.
Rose Byrne. I think she would be a
No,
really good.
you got it for me. That's dead on. And once again, we inadvertently apatowed every step of the way.
Fucking how. Damn it, bro.
But hey, that was the casting couch.
We need to write Apatow and be like, hey man, we've been doing a lot of bits that unintentionally always end up in your sphere.
Yeah, and we're like writing movies that you could do, like just to let you know, like, and all your people are in them and all that. But yeah,
Just
Marissa
let us in your
Tomei.
studio. Let
That's a
us-
good shout too. Marissa Tomei as Jill would work. Marissa Tomei would work as Jill.
Too hot. I
No,
wouldn't be able to stop
that other chick's
masturbating.
pretty smoking. Like the other, what was her name? The Australian chick.
Yeah.
She's pretty hot too. So,
She is.
and you know what? Jill from the original wasn't too bad either.
She
Oh,
was kind of cute.
Ooh, Marissa Tomei. Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Oh yes.
Yeah, Marissa Tomei's. Oh yeah, watch her. Check out The Wrestler. She's in that. She's all
Goddamn right.
looking good in that.
You're
one, yeah.
damn right.
Damn
Damn
right.
right.
I'll leave you with this, and I'll tell you how I fucked up Cinco de Mayo. It is about the end of the show. I didn't even realize it was Cinco de Mayo yesterday. Did you guys do anything, by the way, for Cinco de Mayo, or
We
No.
ate some fajitas. They were
that
good.
must actually be weird for you, Mike, for the first time not having Mexican food on Cinco de Mayo?
It was weird being at a restaurant
Yeah.
that wasn't completely slam packed. I mean, we were just regularly
Right.
busy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a little weird. Oddly enough, though, since I'm not constantly surrounded and inundated with it like 2 weeks prior where they're talking about it, I kind of forgot about it.
Yeah, well, that makes a lot of sense. Like in the past that you would have been I mean, I knew it was the 5th of May. I even had something to do. It was on my calendar. Okay, 5th of May. I remember it, like I had to do something and all that, right? But I still just like it never. Okay, cool. Like 5th. I guess we always at least get some Mexican food just for shits and giggles. But we also like I don't know. I forgot about it, and then I was doing chores around the house, and this is how dumb I am, man. I hadn't remembered it was, Cinco de Mayo, and that I probably should I was in charge of cooking dinner that day, and I made a pretty badass soup. But it was also like 95 degrees outside, and I had this leftover chicken that was already cooked, and like I didn't want it to go to waste. I wanted to do something different with it, so I put it with some potato. I made a really good soup. Used an immersion blender and fucking like put some, I did some garlic. I got some green beans. I got some fucking everything was in there. It was a really hearty, like badass chicken soup. Not exactly what you want when it's 90 degrees outside and it's Cinco de Mayo. So my wife, being Hispanic, was not impressed, and I guess I could have made chicken tacos with the leftover chicken. I didn't think about that, so that's how much of a dumbass. Had everything to do that, and that was I guess my fault. But hey, I'm a soupman. And I like making soups. It's one of the. I'll tell you what. I'll give you guys one of my soups one of these days. I'll give you.
I am a fan of a good soup. Don't get me wrong.
There's all sorts of goodness in it, like all sorts of goodness. So I give you that, and that's what I did for Cinco de Mayo. Very Mexican. She put some hot sauce in the soup, so it all balanced out.
Good call.
Put some hot sauce in there. Everything's good to go. Anything else you guys want to add before we get out of here?
Yeah, bro. Check me out.
Yeah, you
playing video games on the internet sometimes.
Are you still doing that? I haven't seen it in a while. It seems like you've been slacking.
I know. I've been taking some time trying to figure out what I'm gonna get into.
Yeah.
Plus, I've been just trying to get this car thing up and rolling.
Oh, of course. So yeah, be careful on the streets. Ty, don't do that again.
What?
Stop putting butts on the thing. We will get kicked off.
I don't want to get kicked off because of your butt.
Siding out.
Yeah, this is the reason I won't. This is the reasons that things are going to be changing soon. I'm telling you.
So, anyways, check it out. Check me out on Twitch, Onrs _ Mike B. Check me out on YouTube, Mike Bearable, MikeABERABELE.
Yeah.
You can check out our Patreon.
Of course.
ONRS.
Patreon.com/
Throw us some money.
ONRS. Every little bit counts. If you can even just subscribe for $1 or $2 a month, that honestly really, really helps. Like every little bit. If you're a fan of the show, if you want more bonus content, me and Mikey actually just did what we call a Son of Clips extended episode the other day, where we took a look and we basically mystery science theatered the Russian Lord of the Rings, and you can only get that if you're checking out our Patreon. So go and get up on that Patreon so you can see the whole video of the Russian Lord of the Rings with us making commentary of it. Of course, check out if you're listening live, if you're not listening live, you're listening on a podcast, make sure that you, of course, check out our Twitch streams. Thursday nights, usually 8:30 or 9 o'clock. And we'll always let you know in our chat room. But that Twitch stream is over at twitch.tv. What is it? Is it? No, twitch.com. What is it?
No, www.twitch.tv.
Jesus.
ONRS.
I think I had a mini stroke. Twitch.tv/ONRS live. Find us on Facebook. Also, if you're a fan of pro wrestling, check out OnoWrestling.com, OnoMedia.com, and of course, OnoRadioshow.com. What do we say when we get out of here?